feels so right. Let's sway it away. You got me moving side to side. Let's move it, let's sway it away. You got me feeling out of line. Let's move it, let's sway it away. I'm hoping you can read the signs. Let's move it, let's sway it away. You got me moving side to side.
One glance, I'ma bring the lightning, it'll be exciting now. Come dance, you know I'm inviting, fire is igniting now. Can't stop showing off, sorry I don't mean to brag. One glance, I'ma bring the lightning, it'll be exciting. You know that I make it look so good. You ain't never seen before, keeping score, wanting more. You know that I make it look so good. You ain't never seen before, keeping score, wanting more. You know I'ma make the glitter sparkle. Yeah, I see your eyes get bigger when I do my thing. Never been a quitter, I'm a marvel. I can do it quicker, yeah, I'll do it in a blink. Nobody can do it like I do. I'm one of one. I make it look so good, good, good. I make it look so good, good, good. I make it look so good, good, good. I make it look so good, good. You know that I make it look so good. You ain't never seen before, keeping score, wanting more. You know that I make it look so good. You ain't never seen before, keeping score, wanting more.
Motivation off the muscle, got it off the hustle. We stay down and we stay humble, so we cannot fumble. Every time I took a loss, it only fueled my hunger. I'm trying to get my point across and drop a triple-double. These boys stepping out of bounds, heavyweight go round for round. Out of sight and out of mind, motivation for the guys. If you lose, it's cause what you choose, you can't be wasting time. Kick back, handle business, I gotta get back up and finish. I gotta risk that for me to get that, I can't sit back, dog, you tripping. I'm trying to spend 10 racks in Linux, trying to go Euros, not no sip. I need gold, I can't do silver. Reach my goals and my potential. No, I'm a real big dog, no kennel. I gotta get it out, no kissy. I took a loss and got it all. Tryna go brand new out tomorrow. I gotta take care of my mama. I'm getting answers for my problems. So if there's an issue, I ain't really tripping, I'ma solve it. I gotta hustle like I'm not gonna see tomorrow. I swear. Motivation off the muscle, got it off the hustle. We stay down and we stay humble, so we cannot fumble. Every time I took a loss, it only fueled my hunger. I'm trying to get my point across and drop a triple-double. These boys stepping out of bounds, heavyweight go round for round. Out of sight and out of mind, motivation for the guys. If you lose, it's cause what you choose, you can't be wasting time. Kick back, handle business, I gotta get back up and finish. I gotta risk that for me to get that, I can't sit back, dog, you tripping. I gotta hustle to get it, I gotta run in my digits, I gotta go till I'm finished. I cannot focus on losses cause I'm way too locked in on all of my winnings. Head to the rim like I'm Blake Griffin. Came to trim on boys, no kissing. I go 1,000 miles a minute. Comeback game like Calvin Ridley. I'm going 3 for 3 like Pippen. I'm trying to watch my money triple. I gotta get back, feed my village. You work hard and it's that simple. I learned a lot from repetition. My work ethic, my assistance. Learned some things, now I'm striving. Put on for my mama and my partners. Every day I deal with problems, it's not a problem. A new day brings a brand new mindset. I'm trying to plus, I never mind this. Motivation off the muscle, got it off the hustle. We stay down and we stay humble, so we cannot fumble. Every time I took a loss, it only fueled my hunger. I'm trying to get my point across and drop a triple-double. These boys stepping out of bounds, heavyweight go round for round. Out of sight and out of mind, motivation for the guys. If you lose, it's cause what you choose, you can't be wasting time. Kick back, handle business, I gotta get back up and finish. I gotta risk that for me to get that, I can't sit back, dog, you tripping. I'm trying to spend 10 racks in Linux, I'm trying to go Euros, not no city. I need gold, I can't do silver. Reach my goals and my potential. No, I'm a real big dog, no kennel. I gotta get it out, no kiss.
down to Mexico where I can make my own bliss. Find me a local who looks just like his phone pics. Right where the city lies is where they all sit, trying to cast their eyes on all the girls who visit. No, touch me in places I can't see. Lie down in the sand, getting bruises on our knees. We know what's gonna happen when it's time for me to leave. I say we just enjoy it, cause here nobody sleeps. Late nights in Cabo, no tomorrow. He got me loco when he goes slow. And I'm told he's on the down low. This guy that I know from nights in Cabo. Na na yeah, na na yeah. Na na yeah, na na yeah. Na na yeah, na na yeah. Na na yeah. Follow the music coming from the hacienda, calling all the girls down here to have us a fiesta. Watch out for white lines is what they sell you, cause it's from some guy who claims to be son of a fella. Ooh, hold me in place so I can breathe. A notch upon the bed, ghost and sweat between the sheets. We know what's gonna happen when it's time for me to leave. You say we just enjoy it, cause here nobody sleeps. Late nights in Cabo, no tomorrow. He got me loco when he goes slow. And I'm told he's on the down low. This guy that I know from nights in Cabo. But then you go like Bond and a face like Banderas. No wonder why all these chicas are jealous. They can have him when I'm gone, just to let you know this how quick he moves on. He'll take you to dinner, then to Lovers Beach. Just say, baby, why don't we dip in the sea? Now say it's so wrong, but somehow I can't help but play it along. No tomorrow, he got me loco when he goes slow. And I'm told he's on the down low. This guy that I know from nights in Cabo. Yeah. Na na yeah, na na yeah. Na na yeah, na na yeah. Na na yeah, na na yeah. Na na yeah. I'm on cloud nine, above the Technicolor skyline. Floating so high, no gravity to keep my feet tight. I ain't never felt this kind of mood before. It's the sort of thing you dream about. I can feel it doing something to my core. Don't know now if I can go without. I could get used to this feeling, like sunshine taking down my soul. I could get used to this feeling, like everything is dipped in gold. Fireflies burning bright, they whisper to the clouds above. Everything ignites. Shooting stars, what a sight.
Can you believe? Is it going to happen? Queen's going to get it. She gets the multi-archer tower and the elixir storage with 0.01 seconds left.
Hawk does it again with another Super Yeti triple. Yeti Royal Champion carrying this attack, and we are all square. He's gonna get it!
No, they have beaten the first golden ticket team that we had this year in Dizzy X Stamina.
There it is, second star. Repotted Gaming staying alive against XiBai.
30 seconds, time is ticking, but the Wallbreaker is coming in, and this is the first 3-star of this match, and it's going to be from Millicent MG.
Incredible, he's clapping, the crowd's going crazy. Tribe Gaming take down the Titans and elevate, and they will be our first World Champion Grand Finalists.
22 seconds, this is all about time. He's got Valkyries down the bottom. Is it enough? General X yet again.
What a performance from Repotted Gaming.
Whether you're at home or right here, welcome to the Clash of Clans World Finals.
So excited, are you ready?
Audience, are you ready for your first match?
Everything is on the board, the town hall remains.
No way. And a fantastic 3-star to start.
Hackers, 3 Super Witches, so many troops.
That Druid was clutch.
Oh my goodness.
But it's still a 3-star.
Can you get your team to the grand final? Your moment is right now.
The time has come, the stage is set, and just 3 teams remain in the fight to be crowned champion. $700,000 is on the line, and a legacy that will forever be forged into the Clash of Clans esports history books. My name is Barney Banks, and I am your host, and welcome to Clash Fest, live from DreamHack Atlanta. After today, when the dust settles, only one team will emerge victorious. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. So lock in, because it is about time that we end this once and for all. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Clash of Clans World Finals, and welcome to Championship Sunday!
It is day number 3, where we will be finally crowning a world champion. All year they've been working towards this moment, getting those golden tickets, flying all the way out here to DreamHack Atlanta, and there could be just a matter of 1 to 2, possibly 3 more wars, where we will see and crown a new champion here at Itsu.
That's right, we had incredible action over the last couple of days, and as well, so many emotions on stage, which was sometimes heartbreaking, sometimes just incredible to watch, that's for sure, with chants of joy and sometimes frustration.
Yeah, it went so many different ways, and you can see the excitement from these players trying to get those 3 stars, the celebrations, and just the confidence. And then we even felt the lows of the lows when things did not go their way. But we are going to be having 3 of the best teams here in the world now competing. And today is a day of rematches, where we are going to be seeing these teams once again battling it out. Yesterday, we saw Elevate versus Repotted. We're going to see that again to start off today. Tribe Gaming's already sitting in the grand finals. We could even have a possibility of a rematch from last year's World Finals. I cannot wait.
You said it right, so many options of rematches, but the question is, what exactly are they fighting for? So let's take a deeper look at what those teams are fighting for on this big stage, because the prize pool, $300,000 for the first seed. That is a lot of money on the line. The second seed is going to get $130,000, and the third one, then $90,000. This money is safe for them, the top 3 teams. But the question is, can they make it all the way up? Because the difference is getting bigger and bigger here.
Yeah, it's incredible, the prize money that just jumps from number 3 all the way to number 1. And so let's now update you on the 3 teams remaining that are fighting for that prize money. The lower bracket final will be the first match here today. Elevate taking on Repotted Gaming. Remember, it's a lower bracket match. If you lose, you are eliminated and come in 3rd place. Winner advances to take on Tribe Gaming, and since Tribe is coming from the upper bracket, they have the advantage. All Tribe has to do is win 1 war, and they are the champions. But either Elevate and Repotted can come from the lower bracket, force a bracket reset, and then they can become a world champion. And we already have on each one of the teams at least 1 world champion. So we will be officially, for the first time ever, crowning a 2nd-time world champion. History in the making.
Yeah, I mean, that is just incredible. Especially, I feel like for Tribe, we had one player, that would be it, who would be able to crown this double championship winner. But we have a lot of matches on our hands, and you can get involved as well with watching this entire event on the event.supercell.com/Clash of Clans website. And as well, you can get some nice rewards over there as well and get your equipment upgraded because, I mean, we all need that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We need those ores to be able to upgrade those equipments, and maybe one day you could see yourself playing on these stages. And remember, because this is in hard mode, and this is specifically the esports mode, where the hero equipments are affected. So you want to raise those up, because if they're not maxed out, they're going to be dropping down even further. So these teams are ready. They've put in the work. They are prepared. What are you thinking about these matches coming up?
I mean, I think they're going to be intense. We have seen it in the bracket already that it seems like the teams which are winning, getting around those 13 stars. The question though is, can they score it when it all matters? And to find it out, we are going right into the match. Let's go.
First match, Elevate versus Repotted Gaming.
Obviously, we have played them before, and I believe we can win it. I'm looking forward to it and prove that we can beat Elevate.
He's got Valkyries down the bottom. It is a 3-star for General X.
But we're still very confident. We beat them in the previous match. We're sure we can do it again.
There is the 2 that he needed, making sure that they get that victory.
We believe we can do it. Next time, you don't have as much luck as before.
Congratulations on the lower bracket run, but it ends here now.
A rematch for the ages. Both of these teams were sent into the lower bracket with a mountain to climb. A difficult task, but not impossible. Your first team to step out onto the stage has been referred to as the toughest team in Clash of Clans esports. Let's see if that's true. It's Elevate! They are Bernal, Celinio, Pato, Leo, and Max. Strictly business up here on the main stage. You don't want emotions to get the better of you. Okay, and their opponents battling their way through the lower bracket. And this is their final obstacle before the final boss. Your reigning world champions, they are Repotted Gaming! They are Philip, Einstein, Leo, Emir Khan, and General X! It goes without saying, but for one of these teams, after this war, their World's Finals journey is over. So, who wants it more? Elevate, 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 or Repotted Gaming? Let's find out. Casters, what do you think?
Both of those teams are feeding off the energy of the crowd. We have seen that over this weekend. They are getting pumped up. They know that they have what it takes to win this match, to then meet Tribe Gaming in the finals.
So much preparation. This is it here in the lower bracket finals between these two teams. And they have a lot of experience against each other, but it's been Elevate that has just been on top each and every time, especially sending Repotted Gaming down to the lower bracket. But take a look at these hit rates. It's just incredible what these players can do in esports mode. Max was able to get a 3-star over the weekend. And then unfortunately, he had a series of unfortunate events with the Queen outrunning the Warden, not being able to pull it back. You can see from the emotions. And he's going to take that and try to focus and try to deliver that 3-star, because every triple, especially to start off a match, is going to set the tone, and it can really start to set the nerves in for the other team.
Yeah, I mean, just take a look. I mean, for Max, 71% 3-star rate. I don't know, maybe he doesn't know, but that's esports mode, right? Like, this is an insane, challenging mode, even for the pros, and he makes things look easy. But they have to face Repotted Gaming to get to the finals, to get their chance of becoming the next world champion. And on this side, you see it as well, the hit rates are really impressive, especially General X showing up when it matters. I mean, that's really his jam.
Yeah, he's been 3-starring and even 3-starring in style, swagging Warden Eternal Tomes and still pulling it off. But in order to make it to the grand finals, if you're Elevate, you have to prove yourself and take down the defending world champions. I mean, it only makes sense, right? If they weren't here, then it wouldn't feel right. You have to go through them in order for them to give you that crown, that trophy, as these teams are preparing. And I do know for Repotted Gaming, Leo has been liking to kick these matches off, and he has been able to pull in a 3-star. So that is what we're going to be looking for Repotted, but we know for each of these teams, their closers are really good.
Yeah, and I feel like both teams so far were really having good matches when the early opening attacks did go to a plan. They were snowballing some of those matches into 13-star victories, but if the beginning did not go to plan, things were looking a little bit rough sometimes.
Yeah, with only one champion will rise here, and you can just see the history. 2023 went to Elevate. 2024 went to Repotted Gaming. So it's literally the battle of the previous year's world champions going at it. Winner goes against Tribe Gaming, who has never won a championship before. They've always been the second team, coming in second place last year and almost pretty much getting every single position. You know, if they are able to finally win it, it'll be the first time for Tribe Gaming taking it in Clash-a-Clan. So, you know, they're preparing, they're watching this match to see what's going on, to see who they may have to face. But the battle of world champions is about to commence.
That's right. We're going to write history either way today, because there is just so much on the line and those teams have performed so well. But let's take a look at the caster predictions.
Oh.
We have it even up. I mean, it's Judo, Carbon, you guys are going with Elevate. We have Bash and we have me going with Repotted. I feel like both of those teams are so close, it could be a coin flip.
Oh yeah, 50-50 across the board for the caster desk, picking both these teams. And I can only imagine what the community predictions are.
Oh yes.
We've seen 50-50s already, but what is it gonna be? Audience prediction. Let's see who you are all taking in this one, and it is, 61% of the community is taking Elevate. Was it because they knocked Repotted Gaming down to the lower bracket? Is that what's influencing them? Well, we're gonna have to see if those predictions pay off.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that had to have some impact with that match between Elevate and Repotted earlier in this tournament. Elevate getting that victory in there, but really it is the question if Repotted were able to reset, make sure that they're ready for today and really have their bases ready. We know they're incredible when it comes down to preparing to those bases, but usually we have the vibe check on stage. This time we want to concentrate on something, well, without you guys it would be not possible. So let's check out the vibe check from the community.
Day one here at DreamHack Atlanta. The teams are getting ready, the fans are following. Let's see how they're feeling today.
Day one of the Clash of Clans World Finals!
This is my first time at DreamHack. I love the energy here. I love all of Halloween costumes, all the cosplayers here.
So I flew here from Germany with 5 or 6 different people.
And it's just been a really great experience, especially meeting the creators. And
I've been watching them since I was a little kid, and now I can see them here in person.
It's different.
Set for Leo and great.
Seeing everybody get up and cheer and just have a good time. So yeah, it's been really awesome.
Navi,
baby.
Elevate.
Yeah,
Number one, elevate.
I'm an Elevate fan, been a Max fan since day one.
Match victory for Elevate.
Shouting for RPG, my favorite team. All MVP General X.
But this one was all about Repotted Gaming. Amazing performance.
I just hope they get to the finals again.
Go Elevate.
I'm a content creator. I'm supposed to be good. I'm probably supposed to be the best. These guys carry me. It works.
We like to compete, but we like to have fun.
Go UE! Go UE!
It is time for the very first attack of the Clash of Clans World Championship, day number 3. As American is going in, can he go with Root Riders and the Lightning spell combination? 2 Earthquakes to pair in. You have to line up that Queen's Giant Arrow. Lightnings are down. We have a little bit of a final lightning, and he does have that arrow fly through and get the core value. What a great start there.
What a great start indeed. And American did struggle a little bit over this competition, but yesterday he did get the first successful attack. And so the question is, can he show up again when it matters for his team? We have heard it is so important for those teams to start off strong into the match. As he's charging into this compartment, the Warden, though, losing a lot of hit points.
Yeah, the Warden taking a lot of damage. Does have the Unicorn trying to heal him back up, but does pull them right out of there. Rocket Loon trying to finish off the build hunt, and unfortunately not able to take it out. But with that poison spell onto the furnace, we're probably going to have additional troops come out. Rocket Loon's Ice Golem as well, as we are moving through into the Town Hall to ensure that first star.
Ooh.
Does activate a Tornado Trip and a Poison with that Lava Hound.
Really, really good play with the Lava. Now the question is, do those troops split because of the Bitter Hut? That would be the worst thing for him. The Royal Champion hopping over now. He needs it with that Root Rider push. Instead, he's using that Rocket Spear ability to make sure that he's getting at least some value out of her. While the Root Riders are pushing to the far right, having some heroes behind them is crucial.
That was a smart play with the Royal Champion ability, because she would have got too far in front and the ability would have been wasted. Maybe only got a few shots off because of all the damage. But the RC tries to continue to go through. She does go down, but a Yeti and a couple Giants are over there. He's continuing his push to the right with these Root Riders. The King still has his ability, making his way around the edge. That Overgrowth is so clutch, stopping the defenses from hitting him, and these healers are even still alive here, Itsu.
Yeah, that's such an important thing. Having the healers alive, making sure that those troops can stay alive through all of the damage. And the Multi-Inferno Tower waking up again, which means there's a lot of damage on all of those different troops. With Multi, it's really, really dealing a lot of damage. And the Warden, he needs that Rage Gem, the Giga Bomb.
Oh, he's moving. We do have the Sneezy going down. Pops that King ability. He's got to make his way to the backside. The Root Riders are opening this wall. Just a few defenses left. Does have the Archer to the far left side here. Are these Roots able to push through this multi-Archer tower?
The Queen is non-stop switching between walls. Come on, what are you doing? But the Root Riders might be already enough with the Warden together, getting the first 3-star of this match. The Archer on the left side going down. The Queen is now finally following. Time is ticking.
He's pushing through with only 24 seconds. The Queen can reach over the wall. The Wizard Tower's a little bit further. There's only a few Giants left. The Warden's Rage Gem is clutch. Queen, don't go for a wall. Oh, can she grab it? The Warden, though, should reach over. She's going for the wall here, but the Warden's going to help. The Giants are there, and the first 3-star of the lower bracket.
Give it up for Repotted, because they are starting things up with 3 stars. We have talked about it. Those teams are so good in snowballing those 3 stars and getting the pressure on the other team. And with that, just like that, Repotted with a huge first hit.
The pressure that this puts on Elevate is enormous. Will Max be the first attacker? We've seen Pato step up as the first attacker at some points, but usually it tends to be Max with an incredible hit rate. Is he gonna try to bounce back from his previous attack where the Queen and the Warden separated and things went south? He's gonna be focused here. I'm guessing he's going to be the first attacker, and indeed it is. Max is leading it off for Elevate with the Super Yeti.
71%. This is all I'm saying. This is his hit rate, and it's higher than everyone's else. Can he get this 3-star? He's starting things off with a fireball to set up a nice funnel. Even Poison Tower is going to go down. The Warden is set. He's going to invest as well into Flame Flinger. We have seen that. The pros think that this is the strongest siege if you can set up, and so far, Max is doing exactly that, giving it room to work.
I love those 2 Barbarians that he placed at the beginning by the Wizard Tower and Bomb Tower to test for Teslas, to protect for that Flame Flinger. While that Flame Flinger works, it's going to take all the time in the world. No worries. You got to continue with a push to the right side into the defending Queen here. Just setting up the pathing. Once he can get this scatter shot down, this Giga Bomb will not need to be triggered, which is so nice. You don't take all that damage.
That's right. Now the Ice Golems are getting used. We have the Super Yetis in as well. Is he going to funnel? Oh, the Valkyrie is there to take down the armory camp. All of his troops should walk inside, and that's exactly what he's going for. We have the Flame Fling at the top side still working. He should take down the air defense, the Sweeper, the Spell Tower, and even the Scatter Shot. While the Super Yetis now are pushing in behind the Town Hall.
Yeah, with that poison into the core, it not only clips the Furnace, it also is going to slow down the defensive minion prince. As he's raging up, he really wants to protect these healers. There's the Overgrowth now onto the Town Hall, but not only does it benefit these Super Yetis from not getting hit, the Royal Champion, she is soloing down to the bottom side, and she looks completely safe down there.
What a clutch play, really giving that Royal Champion the opportunity to go through those defenses, which are not dealing as much damage to her. The Town Hall should wake up somewhat soon, and this is then where he can use those remaining hero abilities, because King, Queen, and Royal Champ all have their hero abilities still left.
With a freeze left as he deployed onto the Town Hall, the Royal Champion finally not a possibility. The RSC will turn back. She's going to go for it. He's liking it so far. There's the freeze to the left. The Super Yetis go through the Town Hall. Been secured, and is delivering a 3-star answer as well, and this is a crushing attack. What a bounce back from his previous attack to getting not just a close one, but a dominating 3-star.
The best opening attacker in the entire tournament, doing it again, and this means things are tied up. Both teams 3-3, and I mean, this is for sure I'm just hyped.
Who wouldn't be hyped? 2 triples to start off the lower bracket finals. With this being an elimination match, the winner advances to the grand finals and has a shot at facing Tribe Gaming. Elevate wants their revenge. Repotted Gaming wants a rematch of last year's World Finals, the championship. But they're ready to take a deep breath now. It's all tied. 3 stars apiece. And now Leo, can he 3-star as well for Repotted?
That's the big question. He is going in. We see the Root Riders again, but this time around, no Lava Hound, instead an Ice Hound as well. I mean, those pros are committing more and more to trigger those Poison Towers and get as well a bit creative here. We have again the Lightning combination. This is something which Repotted has done quite a bit. There we go. Core, Lightnings are connecting, and this means this base has been turned into a donut.
Wow, what a great value. And now we're starting to see this attack back-to-back for Repotted. Were they holding this attack for the last chance that they needed to bring it? They didn't want to bring it too early, because if you start to bring an attack too early in the competition, other teams can then start to copy it and try to practice it and use it against you.
That's right. But this now means he has to get the value with that Queen and Warden charge. So far, things are looking great for him. Some traps are popping up though, and he has to be careful because there is quite some splash damage, and that Warden taking damage. The Fire Mites are swarming in, and now even some Rocket Dunes are getting looted out. He wants to get that Fire Spitter.
Yeah, these healers are trying to work onto the Queen. They do go right to this Queen, heal her back up. Queen gets frozen, but notice he does have a recall to pull this Queen back out with a Super Wall Breaker. Does he try to invest the Queen for the Town Hall? No. Pulls them back and just going to redeploy them right near the Town Hall so that the Queen and Warden can assist these Root Riders to push right on in and around this base, and utilizing the core funnel that he took down with the arrow and lightning spells.
That's right. Because of the core takedown earlier, he has now really clear pathing if the outside troops can be quick enough to really keep those Root Riders inside the base. The Poison Tower going off, but remember, he has a Poison Tower for the back end. Sorry, an Ice Out for the back end, because with that Ice Out, he's even going to be able to freeze the multi-gear cannon, so a really smart move there.
It's going to be all about timing. There's the Warden Eternal Tome through a Giga Bomb, and the Raw Champion steps into it, or maybe it's just the Healing Tome. It looks like, yeah, he's getting healed back up as we have a Minion and a King. They are to the far left, and the Overgrowth has been deployed right to the bottom side of this base. He's being very patient, waiting to deploy that Ice Hound to the bottom side. Remember, it's going to go to the nearest air defense. So is he going to drop it from the left and try to pull some traps and protect the healers? Or will he drop it right to the right? I would to pull that poison spell.
Yeah, there goes the Ice Hound, and he can freeze so much with this. I mean, as soon as this is going to pop, take a look at that. Even the Minion Prince might be able to be frozen. The Poison Tower already was triggered. The freeze effect is great. And now it's all about the back end. There are two defending heroes. There goes the freeze. But no, the Royal Champion might get targeted. Okay. She's throwing her spears.
That freeze was clutch to keep the RC ability intact. Those rocket spears are flying through, but we only have 24 seconds left in the attack. The King ability is going to have to clutch this up as he's moving through. The rage gem of this Warden was helping so much, but unfortunately the rage gem has disappeared. There goes the wall break. Spiky Ball goes through with only a few buildings left.
The wall break being clutched to get it. Just 9 seconds, and the Voltage Tower is going down. That wall break was incredible, leading into the last compartment, and Repotted, they are not stopping. Another 3 stars coming in, and Elevate has to answer again.
What a start to this match. 3-star, 3-star, 3-star. And to think that when we started this weekend, it was a 10-10 match, and it was an incredible 10-10 match, a roller coaster of emotions. But these teams have settled in their emotions. You know they're nervous, but now with being on stage already over the last couple days, they're able to focus those nerves, calm down, and deliver the 3 stars. But we've seen Max start it off. Is Otto maybe the next attacker? Will he be the one to go in? And indeed, he's deciding to go next for Elevate. He's had one of the highest hit rates throughout the qualifiers over many different months, and he is bringing the roots here.
And he's starting things off with that Royal Champion, with the Orchid Loons redirecting the Royal Champ, so she's moving into a direction which he can decide early on to have this control over the attack as the Royal Champions keep charging forward. Take a look at that. I think over here that Repotted for sure expected like one of those Warden and Queen charges, and this is why we see so many skeleton spells. Oh, wait a second. Yes, sir. Oh, that is a heavy investment. 2 invisibility spells to redirect that Royal Champ.
That was quite a bit. He noticed that the Wizard Tower was non-invisible, which is better to invest that little bit extra to get that RC to go where you want. Does not only pull the RC back, but grabs that Spirit Fox, be able to go invisible at a later point. It will be clutch towards the end, and those balloons pulling red air bombs. Those healers took a little bit of damage, so we have a few traps. This area might be completely tested for something like this.
Oh, I feel like this entire area was completely baited for one of those Queen and Warden charges, but he's catching those air traps either way because this is his Root Rider entry now. The Town Hall is getting the overgrowth treatment, which means it's going to be on a timeout for the next couple of seconds. We now have the Root Riders pushing around into the forest of the Fire Spitters.
And those troop launcher barrels getting out in front, spawning those rock balloons to test for the healers to pull those seeking air mines. But these roots continuing to move around. The Town Hall is now active again. Poisons out the Clan Council with that furnace, but now he's going to be able to lock onto the Town Hall, pops the Warden ability to get them healed back up as he's moving around, and eventually now will step into the Giga Bomb. But there is that overgrowth straight to the core of the space where that defensive Minion Prince flies.
And we still have 3 of those hero abilities. Can he use them successfully to get the 3-star? The Spiky Ball going off. The King was stuck on a wall. The wall break a little bit too late. The defending King might go down. No, the Headhunters are not enough. And now the defending Minion Prince is engaging.
Yeah, that defending Minion Prince is doing a lot. The RC goes down. Does have Queen ability. Will have to pop, but the healers are all gone. There's quite a bit of left here. That Crusher Mortar doing work, and the Queen, unfortunately, cannot grab that. She's going to be walking around to the right side. She's moving up to the top with only a Super Barb Wizard and a few archers left. The core is standing here for General X.
Oh no, the Royal Champion going down in her ability might have cost him big time. The Monster Crusher is staying alive, and take a look at that. He is getting those troops out of the way, and this is the first defense from this match. It's a high percentage, but still no 3-star on this one for Elevate.
So Repotted Gaming, you're gonna have the lead with Leo and American getting the 2 triples for them. They're gonna have Einstein, General X, and Philip still to attack for your team. What a lineup. And you already have the benefit of now being up a triple. Up a star is huge, but there's so many amazing attackers still to go in this match. All it takes is one slip up, and especially keep our eyes on Einstein, most likely gonna be the next attacker for Repotted Gaming. He tends to bring a fireball attack, and if that fireball goes awry, goes somewhere you don't, it could be not only a 2-star, but it could be a very low percentage.
Yeah, that's right. We have seen quite some fireballs missing the mark over the last 2 days, especially from players that we would have not expected it. And the question now is Einstein going with that option, or are they completely committing to the Giant Arrow and Lightning combination, which they have been using so successfully in the first 2 attacks?
I would say if they've already tripled with it, why not keep it going? All 5 attacks, yes! All 5 attacks are bringing it here right now. And you know, Tribe Gaming, they're watching this, and they're probably like, all right, let's test real quick. Test what's this strategy so we can try to stop it because of how strong it possibly is. If it goes 2 for 2, but we're gonna see Einstein sending in a couple hogs, Rockaloons off to the right side onto the Wizard Tower, onto the mortar right there, and then he has a Flame Flinger as well. Baby Dragon to the top side, but you can't miss this Giant Arrow. Lightning into the core, Queen to the top side, Arrow flies through and grabs the Monolith and that multi.
Great opening for him, getting that core out. And really, the key thing on why this opening is so strong is because it's all about the pathing for the Root Riders. If you can keep them together, they're just so efficient because their tanks can open up the compartments at the same time. The splash healing of those healers will keep them alive, so the synergy is just incredible. But he needs to make sure that he's interrupting this ring, which he has created now with the first opening. And can he keep his heroes alive?
And he does have that recall, so this strategy is involving that Queen Arrow and then pulling the Queen out of this compartment. Obviously the one would follow either way, but you can pull both of them with some healers and then redeploy them right where you're kind of charging. In this case would be where that bomb tower is. Pulls them out, Queen Warden goes right outside the walls, and they're gonna have the Roots go right to the Town Hall. And this is a very safe approach too.
The important thing here, though, is the healer management, because remember, he's using the Flame Flinger on the far right side. This is what he has set up early on into the attack, and this means there's no troop thrower throwing in loons to save those healers from possible red or black air mines. And now we have the troops going. The hero is Town Hall is up next. He's using the invis on the far right to make sure the troops are staying together.
Yeah, they are staying to the right. He did send one Rock Loon to the Town Hall, test for any traps there, including a Tornado Trap. And when you get that Town Hall to hit multiple different shots, then each shot is not going to be combined, so it's going to be weaker, and it's a great job to really help keep your troops up, especially when the healers are following. But the Royal Champion, she's making her way to the backside. He does use the invis, and she's barely surviving. Can she even grab that Spitter right there with the Spirit Fox timing? It's working, and the Spitter goes down!
Wow, that was clutch. The Fire Spitter going down right there. With one hero ability left, though, it is going to be close on the back end. The Warden has to stay alive. The Race Gem would be so important. The healer's taking a lot of damage.
The red air bombs are right on the outside there. Unfortunately, the Queen is still moving.
Boogers!
The Boogers grabbing the Ground Expo. That's clutch. Yetis are coming out of the Flame Flinger with a Headhunter onto the defensive Royal Champion. The King's ability is going to be needed here to the backside with one freeze left for the Crush Mortar and the Multi-Inferno.
Oh, that King ability can be really game-changing as another wall break for the back end is here. And Repotted have saved the strategy of the tournament for when it matters.
They had this strategy in their back pocket the entire weekend. They did not want to bring it early because what exactly would happen is the teams would take the whole days and really fine-tune their strategy, not only test their bases against it, but practice it themselves. And Repotted Gaming have come out swinging. We were not expecting this. The Lightning Giant Arrow combination in esports mode, we know that in the upcoming weeks and months, this strategy is going to start to take over.
That's right. It is especially important because you need to highlight this giant arrow is not as strong because it's only level 15 here, so it cannot even take down air defenses. So they have really put a lot of thought into this on like how many lightnings do you need, when is it worth it, what type of key defenses do we need to take down the core to make this work. And Elevate now, well, they know that they are going to have a hard time on defense, so they need to keep up on offense.
I don't see anything truly different that what Elevate's doing, and if you don't switch things up too much, you're could possibly be around the same star count as before, which was around 11 to 12, but Repotted 3 for 3, and it's a whole new strategy. What's to say that the last two attacks couldn't be the same, which means that these attacks here for Elevate need to come through with a 3-star, but it is a 3 overgrowth plan with this queen to charge from the right side with that Warden assisting. Really can grab both of these ground expos, maybe even the storage, but he does actually decide to wall break so that queen can continue her way towards the spitter down there.
Really nice usage of the wall break, getting into that next compartment, but he needs to make sure that time is not going against him because Overgrowth is a powerful spell, but time is always a really big factor, so he has to keep that in mind as he's now going to approach with the Root Riders as roughly overall 50 seconds are gone.
Yeah, with these balloons now getting out in front, the Valkyrie's going to run around. There's the Overgrowth onto the Town Hall, so he does not get hit by it. But continuing right through the bottom side, the Super Barbarian is pulling out the Clan Castle, which I do see the Furnace there. So he could pair in the poison. He's not using it just yet. He's waiting as he continues to move around. Finally now deploys that poison a little bit late. But there is the King and Ice Golem to the far left side.
Oh, that's right. The King trying to keep everything on track. The Royal Champion, though, charging forward. He needs to somehow stay safe. With 4 hero abilities left, one of them now getting used. He needs to make sure that he has a really good split because the Town Hall just woke up and the core is again going to be activated then as this Overgrowth is running out.
Oh, unfortunately, there is a defending Ice Golem. That's right there. The Queen's going to hit it, take it out, and going to freeze him up even more. But the Town Hall is still there. It's launching shots at the healers. It's launching shots at the Root Riders. They're slowly disappearing, and we have... Is the Warden down? I can't even... Yes, his Warden's down, so no more Rage Gem to even use. With the King ability activated, Queen's got her ability, only 2 invis left. Itsu, there is just too much left in the space.
Yeah, and everything is fighting on different fronts, which means we have the King with the Queen on the middle power, on the top side the Royal Champion with the support of some Headhunters running now then pretty soon into the Giga Bomb. So things are all over the place, and it's, I mean, seems like another defense if he cannot somehow pull off a miracle.
There's just no way. With a Monolith, yes, Queen can pop her ability to help clear the core, but a defending King up there is going to stall that Royal Champion. She's going down just like that, but there's the walls that he's going to have to get through. King, Queen on the defensive side, the multi, scatter shot, so much left, and the Queen and Giant are going down, and a second defense for Repotted Gaming is coming in here against Elevate.
This is looking surprising, I feel like, to many.
Yeah.
Repotted, the way and how they have started was so oppressive, and Elevate really struggling to get into this match. 1 out of 3 attacks so far for them were 3 stars. This one being even on the lower percentage side, and Repotted might just completely run away with this match.
The fact that Repotted Gaming saving this attack for this moment, they could have used it earlier in the lower bracket, right? But they decide not to. They wanted to wait to day number 3, when you would have the least amount of time to prepare and try to stop this strategy. Because if they used it yesterday, then they would have had, the teams would have had plenty of time, many hours to really fine-tune their bases to try to stop that strategy. Because this one, going 3 for 3, hasn't been done so far this weekend.
That's right, but at the same time you have to say that the bases are fitting their playstyle quite a bit, because if you look in the future and Repotted might win this, Tribe Gaming have used more box-style bases where they had 2 key defense in the core, but they were split by the Clan Castle, which means you cannot catch all of them with the Lightning. So that was a complete different base style. So this attack, this approach might not even work versus Tribe. The question though is Elevate keep running those diamond-shaped bases with this type of core to just get rid of with the Lightnings. And you can see it right here. Do you see the core? You cannot catch out of that with the Lightning and Giant Arrow trick, so they are forced into a different strategy. So this is a really specific base type counter which they came up with, and so far it has gave them a huge advantage in this match.
Yes, absolutely. Finding the specific weaknesses of a base is what these players can do. But this Warden is going to be charging his way up. Elevate needs a defense here to have hope and try to answer with 3 stars of themselves. But he does have to go with that freeze onto the multi-archer tower and the air expo. But the Warden can't even grab this Crusher Mortar. He's stepping in, he's locking onto it next. Flame Flinger is working solo to the left side, and with taking out that air expo, now this Flame Flinger can work and grab all that value.
Yeah, and he's going to enter then into that Fire Spitter with those Super Yetis. As soon as the storage is gone, the pathing is set. The ground skeletons, is he? Yep, there's the Archer. But how much damage does the... Oh, there's quite some damage on the Flame Finger.
Yeah, those skellies there, unfortunately, he lost quite a bit of health, but now he is pushing with the main army into the core with a couple balloons trying to get out in front of these healers. But the Giga Bomb awaits. There is the jump spell to give him access into the core, with Warden Eternal Tome, most likely to be used with these Super Yetis. Rockaloons, Furnace, Ice Golem do come out. He's waiting for the ability. He's waiting as long as possible. There we go. Protects the troops straight into the core, even using the Skeleton spell to the bottom side to distract that monolith so the RC can move solo down there.
This attack is crazy. He has 3 different parts moving at the same time. The Flame Flinger, the Hero Dive, and as well the Royal Champion walking at the bottom side. Can he overpower this backhand now? He has no King ability or Earthquake Boots left, which means he has to rely on those troops to go through the wall.
He's smiling. He's liking it so far. Queen pops her ability. The RC has her ability. With 2 freezes left, can Repotted Gaming go 4 for 4 to start off the lower bracket finals?
What an attack this was. Clean setup. The Royal Champion following this base like it's nothing, swagging the Royal Champion ability. We have the 2 freezes just to show dominance. 14 possible stars are on the line, or shall we say it, Repotted even has the chance on the first 15-star match in this entire competition so far.
If you're Elevate, you just have to give your hats off to Repotted Gaming and say, GG. What a performance. 14 stars, 4 for 4. It's incredible, but remember, there's still another match that Repotted Gaming will have to focus on, because unfortunately, with 2 fails for Elevate, Philip really only had to get the 2-star to lock it up. That's insane.
But Carbon, it's so tempting to go for 15
I know,
stars.
right?
I mean, let's see if he's coming up with a plan which has both options. But for now, we have Elevate, Bernal. They have to do a miracle. I mean, at this point, it's like a double miracle, which is needed to somehow still win this. And he is in. We have the Root Riders again, 2 Overgrowth, and the Queen with the Warden charge. We have seen it earlier that Repotted has baited this quite aggressively. The question is, do they find the entry, the baited entry again?
Let's see, is this strategy strong enough with the Yeti and Wizard to the left onto the Wizard Tower over there? Queen is towards the bottom side with the Angry Jelly assisting with that Warden. Charging in to grab this value. The Yetis do grab that air defense. The invisibility spell to start onto this Queen as she is targeting these defenses to grab this initial value through here, and they can pull this Queen out of this compartment. Nope, he's waiting with the invis. She's stepping up and does grab everything. Does pull the Tornado Trap with that booger there, which is a nice benefit.
Ooh, the Queen charging forward into the damage again. We have seen quite some... Oh, wait. Okay, Queen is fine for now, I assume, as the Root Riders are now pushing in there. The multi-gear cannon, though, is starting, and that thing deals a lot of damage. The first Root Rider is down.
Yeah, the Root Riders continue their way through the bottom side, but we do have now the Clan Castle coming out. A couple of Valks have gone off to the left. There is the poison onto the Clan Castle, but the angle of this might mean that the Fire Spirits actually might jump to these healers and can take them out. So you have to be very careful as he continues his way towards this Town Hall, but he's not angled really that well. He needs to be able to go backwards to grab it and then continue to the right where the enemy Queen waits. So he does decide to freeze the enemy Queen, scatter, and the multi-archer tower.
And the King ability went off early. Usually you try to save it for the backhand because you can one-shot a lot of those backhand defense or deal a lot of damage. The minion presence in the core has to go down. It deals so much damage. The healers are sticking around, but they are so low on hit points, and the Warden is struggling to stay alive as well.
With these troops going down, unfortunately, Bernal's attack is fizzling out with the Royal Champ ability now just going off. 2 invises the Queen, and Repotted Gaming's defenses are so strong. This is gonna put Elevate to 9 stars here in this match. Repotted Gaming are already at 12.
It is crazy. It is just so crazy. They're defending and defending and defending, and Elevate, one of the strongest teams on offense, they cannot get it done. They started on even terms with Max converting his attack into a 3-star, but after that, defense after defense after defense for Repotted.
What an impressive performance. Repotted Gaming have made this look easy. Is Repotted Gaming even playing on esports mode? That's really what we're asking. It's crazy how easy they're making it look. But the fact of the lightning giant arrow value, you find the proper base. Maybe it was the fact that those 3 bases that they hit to the start were all the same style. So they were like going one after another to take him out. And these last 2 bases are different. The fact that General X was able to 3-star to put it to 4 for 4, and now Philip, can you do it? Can you 3-star to go for the coveted? I don't want to say it. If I say it, everyone knows what we're talking about. I don't want to say it because you know what happens once you say it out loud. But here we go with 6 Rocket Loons, double Overgrowths, and it is not the lightning like you mentioned. He's not going to get that value, which there is the multi and the monolith in the core. But let's see the fireball value, which does go to the left, unfortunately, and not to that ground expo.
Oh, I think he wanted to hit the poison tower to get the expo as well. This means now there's a lot of damage in this 2nd row compartment. The question is, how crucial is this? Is this going to be a big problem for the pathing? Because you see the distance between that expo and the sweeper on the left is not too big. And if there are any ice golems in the clan castle, things can go wrong quite quickly.
Well, all he needs is a single star. 50% or the Town Hall, and that locks up your spot in the Grand Finals for a rematch of last year where they pulled ahead of Tribe Gaming, but it was the reverse. It was Repotted Gaming from the upper bracket, and Tribe was coming from the lower bracket. So how the tides have turned, but they have a chance at pulling off a back-to-back World Championship. Never been done before, as this Grand Warden continues his charge towards this Ground Expo, which is what he wanted down with that fireball.
And I'm wondering now if he's just playing it super safe, like saying, hey, I will time fail, but at the same time, I just need that expo for the pathing. So I accept that this is not going to 3-star, but it's just the safest option of the troops not splitting, the troops going as I planned them. And this is exactly what it seems like what he's doing, because at this point, you can pretty guaranteed already say he is going to not get the 3-star because of time. But hey, we have seen crazier things before.
We have indeed, as the Queen is down behind the roots. We do have the balloons, 1:24 left in the attack. Raw Champion deployed. She's going to go towards the right side, in towards the tunnel. There is the overgrowth, straight to the core. But look at that Flame Flinger. It's still going to the far left side. It's getting some fantastic value there as he needs to continue into the middle. Spitter is hitting these troops. The Ice Golem will be a little annoying as he will eventually have to lock onto it with his Queen. But the tunnel has been secured, and that is it. A securing victory, putting them at least to not only 13, but 14 stars in this match. And Repotted Gaming will be advancing to the Grand Finals to take on Tribe Gaming for a world rematch of last year.
The first team who was able to do it so far in this competition, 14 stars, is an incredible result. And as the troops are fizzling out, I think it might just end on those 14 stars. He went with the safest approach after the fireball, did not really go for the key building, but still accepting it, saying, hey, my team, I do not need to risk anything. And that's exactly what they did. What a showing here.
What a war from Repotted Gaming. They are on top of the world with that one, but they have to put it in the back burner. They have to now focus on their next match against Tribe Gaming. Tribe is going to be coming in prepared to know exactly what they just did to elevate. They're going to have to do their best. Remember, Repotted Gaming has to win the next 2 matches in a row, force that bracket reset in order to win. The difference between first and second place. Third place, Elevate, will be getting $90,000. Second place, now Repotted Gaming has guaranteed themselves that, which is $150,000 by getting first. $300,000. So you can see how it doubles, and it just incredible difference there. But it's a hard work to do for Repotted Gaming.
It is for sure, and as well, this means we have overall 8 out of the 10 players in the finals speaking German. I mean, not gonna lie, this makes me kind of proud. I mean, that is just incredible to really see how much work those guys have put in. And now the question is, can they defend yet again? Seleno is up and he's opting into the fireball, but he as well is, no wait, no. What exactly is this going to be?
22 rocket loons with the anger jelly onto this queen. He's looking to close it off in style. Let's see as this queen can continue her way through. Does go invisible yet again. No poison. So is he trying to create a little bit of a funnel and then have a fireball go to the... There's no way. Oh, wait. Did he try to pull something back?
I'm not sure if it was planned that the queen ability would go off or not, but I mean, he recalled the queen with the giant, so I guess the most important thing, we're staying alive. But now he's trying to hit that fireball into the core onto the multi-inferno tower, because with that, he would be able to ignore the clan castle. Is it possible? We have seen many fireballs missing.
Yeah, he did play the archers to clear the little skellies by the flame flinger. So he was able to clear that, but he has a few rocket loons, does snipe the right side air defense, so the minion can go and try to grab a little bit extra there. But the warden, he can be stepping into the town hall, but remember, he does have that fireball. So he's going to be doing a delayed fireball approach with the 3 earthquakes as well. Does have a couple of rages possibly to use for this warden to get through the section. Has to, because of the town hall and the ground expo combined onto this warden.
Oh, he has to be careful that there are no other Tesla popping up, and he can really control the fireball. When is he going to throw it? That's to me the big question. He has 1 invis only. Like, how does this fireball supposed to work?
Well, if he makes that left side invisible, go to the ricochet cannon. It does. It lands. The clan castle has been secured, and the core taking it out, but the monolith was not there. The monolith is all the way at the very bottom side of the base down there. We do have a couple of rocket loons continuing to assist out in front of this warden. The crusher mortar is there. Looks like it's going for the Yetis, trying to keep up with them, but he's continuing to keep this warden raised up while the queen redeployed with the king to the far right.
Everything is happening at the same time. This is a crazy, crazy plan. We have the warning keep going at the top side. Healers are catching a black mine though. The king keeps charging forward. He has lost his ability, which means the queen is having access to the compartment, but it does mean that he cannot get access to the last compartment. There goes the Royal Champion to snipe out the core. 30 seconds left. I am not sure if this is going to be enough to overpower this.
The combined rocket loons to the bottom side can be clutch, but 27 seconds. There you go. Send in those rocket loons. They're moving through. We do have a Giga Bomb waiting for him with 7 more rocket loons to be used. We have the bomb tower to the bottom. Moving into the Teslas that popped. Freezing up the defensive minion prince. The Warden's Rage Gem trying to help, but he's going down. And a few rocket loons left, and unfortunately, not gonna be enough to 3-star. And let's give it up to Elevate. So close, but really, Repotted Gaming, what a performance. They are your winners of the lower bracket finals, advancing to the grand finals to take on Tribe Gaming for a world rematch of the grand finals last year. Only one can be crowned the champion.
What an incredible match. I feel like the biggest mistake for Elevate was really picking those diamond-shaped bases with that core, which Repotted was ready. They were so ready to really take on those bases, and that was the secret for them to win. Really, really strong showing, but I feel like we have to hear from the man, the MVP himself. Let's go to the stage.
Our grand final match is now set. What a way to kick things off on the main stage. General X, what a performance from you guys. You've really made a statement. How does it feel to do it? To do that on the top of day 3?
Yeah, like I said at the ending of last day, we keep the momentum, and yeah, it showed today in the first war, and I hope we can keep it going in the next one or hopefully 2 wars.
Knowing that this war was a rematch of yesterday's opening war as well, did you kind of feel like in some ways it was like a good thing because you're more familiar with the team? Was there a familiarity there that allowed you to have that little extra bit of confidence?
I'm not so sure about it. I would say we were a bit nervous going into it because they did really well against us, but I think the game plan this time was way better than the last time, so yeah, I'm glad it paid off.
Now, of course, we've got to talk about what's going to be taking place on the stage quite soon. The ultimate rematch. The rematch of last year's grand final with a twist. You got to beat them twice. Are you guys ready for what's coming?
Yeah, we are definitely ready. We said yesterday if we beat Elevate, then we can do it in the finals. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
Well, you've made a statement here on the main stage. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise one more time for Repotted Gaming. Congratulations, General X, and best of luck later on. For now, let's head over to the desk, because that was almost a perfect war.
What a showing. I mean, that match was just incredible. The energy on stage, in the audience, was unmatched. Now my question though is to you, Giotto, as you're joining us, how did you experience this?
I had the pleasure of being down there with all of the fans, and it was electric, especially at the start. Those back-to-back 3 stars, but as the war went on, you just got even more amazed at the performance of Repotted. They really stepped things up to the next level, and I'm excited to see what they can do in the grand final.
A rematch of last year's grand finals. The storyline is here, but the roles are reversed. Tribes coming from the upper bracket, while Repotted has approved. Can they win back-to-back titles? Taking the hard way here at 2.
Yeah, and I feel like we have highlighted the offense of Repotted so much that one really important key thing completely went under the radar, because take a look at that, 11 stars from Elevate. They have done incredible on predicting the openings, on setting up their bases to success, because holding that team back to 11 stars is a masterpiece, the same as 14 stars on offense.
Absolutely, and I just love how they took a different approach to the Root Riders, and an old school method, if you will, in that of the lightning spells, combining it with the giant arrow, and just forgetting about the overgrowth. But it means that you don't then have to deal with the defenses in the center. The overgrowth wears off, and you've still got to deal with those defenses. So even though it's a bigger commitment at the start, they really came in strong. And I just love that they've held that in the back pocket until the last day. So no other team can practice that and use it against them.
Well, now everyone's going to be taking that and practicing it. So keep your eye on the competition for sure, especially against those specific base styles. It works so well. So, you know, base builders can be like, okay, let's delete. Let's get them out of here. No more will we be using that in an esports competition, because we have found the answer to those bases. But the grand finals, what an epic match we are going to be having. Can Tribe ever get their first win? Repotted Gaming able to do it back-to-back. And of course, the MVP of this match, 58% going to, I think on his back of his jersey, that I don't know what that says, but to me it says MVP, right? Not General X. It says MVP there.
I think so. I feel like at this point we can just skip the MVP, because it's, I mean, it is just, he is really the mastermind for this team, but as well, that's the crazy part. He's one of the best base builders out there as well, which is making this to me even more impressive, because I feel like offense is one part, but if you have a player being able to do both at the same time, this is where really genius then is kicking in as we take a look at the updated bracket and as we're getting ready then for the finals.
Absolutely, and Elevate were your favorites moving into this. Tribe Gaming, we've seen the dominant performance against them yesterday, beating them by 3 stars, which meant moving into today, everyone's looking at Tribe Gaming. But Repotted, no, we're not accepting that. We're going to beat them by 3 stars as well and smash up a 14-star war to make it special.
I guarantee this last war from Repotted Gaming is going to completely change so many people's minds in the community prediction. it could have been maybe a little bit favored from Tribe how it was going. But with this performance of 14 stars, Repotted could easily be taking the lead there. So I'm going to be curious to see what everyone at home is thinking for this upcoming Grand Finals of 2.
I'm not guaranteed sold, to be honest, because let's face it, they have 3 stars, quite overpowering, 3 times the same style of base.
Yes.
Tribe has seen this. They're not going to use this style of base. So the question is, can Repotted win as well without that lightning giant arrow trick? Because I really doubt that they have a chance of using it again in the finals based on what we have seen, because we have seen a different core. They were able to not really take advantage of it again.
Absolutely, because even though they can't build more bases, they can certainly set the ones they've already got and select based on that. So a really great shout there, Itsu. But we are just about ready for that grand final match between Tribe Gaming and Repotted.
Welcome back. Here we are, in and amongst all of the noise. The crowd has been phenomenal. I've got a dancing OJ here next to me. OJ, what's going on, man?
What's going good?
Good. You know, it's good to see you. Lots of familiar faces. People at home can resonate with how amazing this experience must be for a lot of the fans. What's been some of your favorite moments so far?
Oh man, just seeing Repotted doing the attacks. They're revealing some special attacks, but Tribe is ready for them.
Tribe is going to be ready for them. Tribe have been waiting since yesterday. Repotted have shown up pretty well on the main stage. Almost our first perfect war up here. Kind of, do you feel like Repotted might have a little bit of momentum going into this? Tribe are going to have to dig deep.
No, we're so prepared for them. They're scared of us.
I like that. There's a sea of red here in the crowd, as you can imagine. Tribe, we've mentioned it a few times yesterday, kind of on home turf. What's the experience been like at DreamHack so far?
Oh, the experience has been awesome. There's so much energy. There's NA all over here. Everyone's so excited for Tribe. Tribe win!
Oh, here we go. I like it. OJ, you've had a lot. I can imagine you've had a lot of fan interactions here as well. Loads of people coming up to you guys. The Tribe guys are having so much fun here. Have you had any moments that have really stuck out for you so far this weekend?
Oh, just meeting all the fans and everything. Even if it's only a second to take pictures with everyone, it's been so fun just meeting everyone in person.
Well, the crowd here have been absolutely incredible on day 3 so far, as you can imagine. We've only got potentially one more match. It could be a bracket reset. Who knows? I'm not jinxing, saying anything. So in kind of, in solidarity with everyone here and how everyone's been so amazing so far, we're going to do a little gifting for everyone. We've got some wizards here. Nice, show it off, OJ. I like it. We're going to give something to the crowd just because you guys have been so fantastic. Make some noise, everybody! OJ, be gentle. Oh, okay, and we've actually got one more as well. He's down, man down, wizard down. OJ, go on, one more time. One more time, let's send it this way. Let's send it this way. Ladies and gentlemen, it is almost time for our grand final here at DreamHack Atlanta. Don't go anywhere.
Hey Clashers, I'm here with Tribe Gaming, and we have already a couple of questions for you guys. You had a lot of close finishes over the last couple of years with the World Championship. So what have you learned over those years, and what are you planning to improve for this year?
I think there were many lessons to be learned. I think we have had different rosters as well, different players and play styles. And I think just overall learning from the mistakes, to answer the question, is the most important thing, that you don't repeat what you've done wrong before, and that you're just strong as a unit, strong together, talk to each other. It's always better to double check something with a teammate than just going at it yourself.
Tribe Gaming is really known for as well their base building, and just a few weeks back we had the Springtrap rework. Based on your experience so far, what would be your assumption on how big that rework of a Springtrap will have on the competition?
I would say the biggest impact of a rework are mind games, because we didn't really have any tournaments since the Springtrap rework. So we don't really know what people are changing. People are also doing more mistakes on stage. So this might be the biggest difference.
Tribe is known to be a really emotional team, and as well, do you think that those explosive emotions on stage are going to be an advantage for you in this live competition?
The emotions and people cheering in the crowd for us will have a huge impact on our matches. We're this year here in Atlanta, Tribe's home country. So yeah, we are all expecting a lot of Tribe fans in the arena. Our matches will be very electric, and we'll see a lot of emotions during them.
From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank especially Tribe. They're a big support to us, our fans, family, friends. We're really grateful for everything that they do for us, that they support us with, and yeah, we're excited to play.
Huge thank you to you guys for coming out here, and best of luck for the competition.
Thank you very much for having us. We look forward to playing, and let's put on a good show.
Hey everyone, Clash Bashing here with Repotted Gaming, the defending Clash of Clans World Champions. Guys, speaking of defending World Champions, do you guys feel any additional pressure to defend that title this year?
To be honest, at the beginning of the year I would have said there is a lot of pressure on us, but how the year went, like how we qualified in the end, I would say we are pretty lucky to be even here, and now it's just about the game, doing our best, and yeah, we obviously try to defend our title.
We've talked about the ups and downs and the struggles of getting to this point, but RPG is known for their consistency. You guys were second place in 2023, defending world champions from last year. How have you guys prepared to handle all of those expectations and the preparation going into handling that pressure?
We did it like we always did, prepared like we always have, put in the work, especially on the bases and on scouting the other teams, but also trying to keep a bit of the momentum in the offensive side, maybe have like a bit of an edge, have something new which you can bring to the table, and trying to keep rolling with it and hopefully pay it off again.
You guys are known for your defenses. I think that's the signature thing with Repotted Gaming. We recently had the changes to the spring traps. Is there anything that stands out from a defensive perspective that's going to help you with those spring traps?
The spring traps obviously is very interesting, having the change before the World Championships. I would say at first I thought it didn't make any big difference, but having the opportunity to bring wall breaks and keep them away from walls is very impactful, and I think that will have some attacks pretty stumbling in the World Championship.
What would you like to say to your supporters?
Obviously, we are very grateful for everybody which supports us, and yeah, keep cheering us on, and we try to pay it off for you.
All right, Repotted Gaming, thank you so much for your time as the defending world champions. I think we're all rooting for the first ever back-to-back world champions, so I just want to say good luck to you guys this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely great to hear from both of the teams there. Interesting to hear how they see the Springtrap rework and the defense being adjusted moving into the finals. That was something that was spoke about in both of the interviews. You got to sit down with Repotted. How do you think they're feeling moving into this match?
It seemed like they were feeling really good, and I was kind of talking with some of the people yesterday, like predictions and all that kind of great stuff, and it really felt like that momentum was on Repotted's side. And I think we saw that right out the gate here. I mean, 4 triples to start off the war. I mean, realistically, it didn't feel like they were trying for a perfect war, but it felt like if they wanted to, they could have got that perfect war.
Yeah, that's one thing that I'd love to pick up on, actually, is like people might look at that last attack from Philip, but at the end of the day, he didn't go for the perfect war. He just went for the safe 2-star, and you've got to say that is admirable from a team, that he'll not worry about his personal stats and getting that perfect war that everyone looks at, that people would look and think he failed when he absolutely didn't. He did what he needed to do to get his team into this grand final. And I always think that's just, yeah, admirable from players.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's really cool to have those stats and like have that swag of a perfect war in the World Championship, but it's all about keeping your composure. I mean, that was one thing we heard about yesterday with Pete Castro and the Tribe guys. Guys, yeah, well, that's cool, but we still have to win one more. That's what Pete Castro said to Kronos and the guys, and it's just a really humbling thing to come down to earth. Hey, we don't need the perfect war. We just need, I think they only actually needed a star, but we just need that 2-star, win the war, and let's get ready to move forward into that grand final. I love the energy that they had. I love the energy Tribe had yesterday. This is gonna be crazy.
It certainly is, and as Itsu said, I just wonder what the bases Tribe have against Repotted, because they tried that strategy once or twice yesterday, it didn't quite pay off, and that's maybe where we seen Elevate using those bases where they could almost reveal it today, the strength of it anyway, and truly shine against the Elevate bases. But will Tribe now maybe adjust what they're going to use? They do have that second lifeline as well, but I tell you what, they are not going to be wanting to use that. They will be coming out swinging, and if they perform like they did yesterday, then they could just do it.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought is Tribe didn't really want Repotted to make it up here, especially with all the momentum that Repotted has. It's kind of like, we'll face Elevate again, we just beat them.
Yeah.
But with Repotted having all that momentum, all that energy, this feels like a really toss-up war. I do think it's more of a defensive war. I think it's going to be more like a 12-12, 12-13 style war. But if you're Tribe, I think you're like, oh man, we got to play the world champions coming off of that kind of performance. It's not what you want to see when you're coming out fresh.
Yeah, on the flip side, they've pulled in Leo to the team, right? Like, as we were saying, he's managed to, you know, just chill them out a little bit. Pete Castro, sorry, not Leo.
Yeah.
You're looking at me there. He's managed to chill them out that little bit, and they've actually just increased the strength of their roster by doing that. I think Nebrax has really tightened things together this year as well, so I feel they have a stronger roster than what they had last year. They have that second matchup, but Repotted have, you know, that psychological factor moving into this. So it is just going to be such a good toss-up, and that's what makes an interesting final.
And one thing like I've kind of noticed, obviously we're a little bit behind the scenes. We're here live in DreamHack Atlanta, but every morning we come down for breakfast, and every morning I see all the Tribe guys, even Pete Castro, who doesn't speak a ton of English, they're all there in unity, getting breakfast together, getting ready for their day. And I think that goes to speak of the bond that this team has this season. And I agree, I think that missing piece may have been Pete Castro to kind of tighten the ship. You bring that World's MVP experience, and it's a huge thing. But I mean, on the other side, almost all of Repotted Gaming have that World's experience, so they exactly know how to handle that pressure as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because each of the lineups have one different player, right?
Yes,
we had Simon on Repotted, or Synchronic they won under last year, whereas now they've pulled in Emricon in order to try and help just strengthen that roster. And I mean, even though he didn't have the best hit rate moving into this World Finals, he showed up when he needed to, smashed out that opening 3-star for them in the past war. So again, one roster change for each of these teams. And yeah, who knows what's going to happen. I feel like we're amping it up. We're ready. We're just itching here in DreamHack. You can see all of the crowd and just how electric that last war was, which, to be honest, I was quite happy down there watching. Like, I love casting, but that was awesome watching that.
Yeah, I had to get ready. I was like, I can't miss the end of this war, but I'm here in my ear. Guys, we're ready. Let's throw it down to the stage and let's bring out our teams for our grand final.
This right here, this could be the end. This could be our final match up here on the main stage. So traditionally, at this point in the show, we would do a vibe check. We bring the players out, we do a vibe check, we'd see how it's going. So we're gonna do the vibe check now, because I wanna see what the vibes are like in and amongst the crowd. DreamHack Atlanta, how you feeling? The crowd is phenomenal so far here, day 3, and I can imagine it's only gonna get better before we bring out these next 2 teams. So, in order to fully check the vibes, I would like to send it down to Itsu first. Where are you, Itsu? You're down there with the Tribe guys? What's the vibe?
I'm here with the Tribe guys. They're cheering quite a bit, right?
Yes!
They know exactly which team is going to win here, but I think we should have one reason. Why do you think Tribe is going to win?
They were so consistent and they deserve it. Over the years, it was so hard for them, so this year is the year.
So let's show it one more time. Who is going to win?
Tribe Gaming!
Corbin, I think for you it's going to be a little bit challenging, but how does it look for Repotted?
Hello, hello, we are here with Repotted. They just pulled off 14 stars, riding the momentum, and they are believing in themselves, right? Is that right, Repotted? Oh yes, they're looking to pull off the grand finals upset, force a bracket reset, and try to be crowned the first ever back-to-back world champions. One last time, let's hear it for Repotted! And let's send it back up to Banks.
Thank you so much, Carbon. Thank you so much, Itsu. The crowd are loud, and I like it. That's exactly what we want here. Live from DreamHack Atlanta, Clash Fest is about to get a rude awakening because this final is going to be phenomenal. But first and foremost, let's go through that all-important community vote. Who do we think the prediction is swinging towards? Do we think it's swinging towards Tribe? Do we think the community wants Repotted Gaming? Let's find out. The community vote is 56% in favor of Tribe Gaming. Now that could be because, you know, bracket resets on the cards. We've already heard from Carbon Finn that Repotted Gaming have momentum, almost putting up a perfect war. But Tribe Gaming, they got 2 shots at this. Oh, it's gonna be good. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on standby right now, so I want to hear one more time. Tribe Gaming, are we going to take this one home now? Repotted Gaming, can you hit the bracket reset? We'll be right back after this.
I think at the start we felt elation, but I think those emotions should be put aside now. We've been in this position before and we've managed to lose it.
Stepping out onto the main stage are your reigning world champions.
We said it last year, we said it at the beginning of this year. We want to be the first team which wins back-to-back. That means a lot.
It's been 5 long years. Winning this would mean absolutely everything.
We know Tribe very well and we believe that we can beat them.
RPG, we still have a score to settle with you.
You lost one time, you can lose another one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have all been waiting for. These 2 teams are on the precipice of greatness. One team has the ability to have an undefeated run through the World Finals, and the other has the ability to have a glorious lower bracket run, force the reset, and take it all. 2 stories worthy of a championship, I can tell you that. And so, your first team to step out onto the stage with a sea of red behind them. Can they take the finals right here, right now? It is Tribe Gaming! Ooh, they are Nabrax, Rikires, Semper, P. Castro, and Kronos. And Repotted Gaming. They are Philip, Einstein, Emir Khan, Leo, and General X. Ladies and gentlemen, it could all end right here, right now. One team has the ability to earn $300,000 off of this one match, and the other has the ability to take it from the lower bracket in a bracket reset. Okay, do we close it out right here, right now? Or do we go the distance? DreamHack Atlanta, are you ready? Casters, take it away.
That is the question. Are you ready? Tribe Gaming, Repotted Gaming, former world champions, want to be first-time world champions. The matchup of titans that we've been waiting for is here.
Tribe Gaming, at long last, can they do it? Second, third, fourth. They're almost taking all of the spots from the World Finals, but the one that eludes them is that number one. Is it there? Yeah. 10 attacks could determine who is the World Championship winner. Or we go again, and there's 20 attacks that we can enjoy.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, so to speak. Rakira's Temper, Kronos, Nebrax, P. Castro, you all know them, you all love them. They are looking to get this done early. You don't want to give a squad like Repotted that second chance. Yes, Tribe Gaming have 2 lives, but you heard General X in that interview. You lost once, you can lose again. You don't want them getting any kind of confidence, but Tribe Gaming, they looked unstoppable yesterday.
Tribe have to try and ignore what Repotted just did. I mean, obviously they take that in terms of the bases they're putting out, but with the performance starting out of Emrakhan, that opening 3-star, followed by Leo, Einstein, General X, and then Philip closing out for them. Such an incredible performance. And their lineup is equally stacked. I love the fact that Emrakhan has been able to step it up on the main stage. Across the qualifiers, he did struggle, but some players that happens in reverse. They're amazing at home, but they can't do it on the big stage. He's managed to do it when it really matters, getting his team into the grand final. And here we go, you can see it. Match starting soon. Let's take a quick look at our predictions first.
Ooh.
Itsu going with Repotted. I will say I put this in prior to that last match, but I don't think I'd have changed my mind either way. I doubted Tribe yesterday. I'm not making that mistake again.
I did the same, but you're right. I wouldn't change mine. I thought that Repotted would upset Elevate. I'm not gonna lie, Elevate was my pick coming into Worlds, but the momentum that Repotted have coming into this matchup, I mean, going into the lower bracket matchup was so good, but the way Tribe played yesterday, I'm gonna even take it a step further, Judo. Tribe in 1.
Wow. Here we go then. We are ready for your first attack. And we are in. Here we go, Bash. It is Repotted Gaming starting, this time with Leo. He does have the lightning spells, looking to line up that giant arrow just like the last wall.
We've seen them using this trick, obviously with great success here. I mean, I would say Leo 3-starred in the last war, but pretty much everyone 3-starred in the last war for Repotted. And there goes that giant arrow in. Lightning's in there to finish off that multi-gear in that Inferno Tower. Great start, exactly the strike he was looking for.
Issue is here. Did Tribe Gaming see that last wall, leave one of these bases up, predict the entry, and trap it? We will find out. Wallbreaker does connect. So far, the invisibility spells protecting that Archer Queen and the Grand Warden. He just needs to set that defensive pathing. Then the recall can rip those troops out of there.
Well, this is a Root Rider attack. I was talking with some people yesterday, and it feels like this is the most open that the meta's been because there's so many variations on different entries. It's so hard to trap for a giant arrow entry with the Queen charge, a Royal Champion charge. You can't trap for every single entry, so it feels like there's just so many ways to attack the same base. Leo going ahead, recalled that Queen, and now she's back in. It looks like she might go around the exterior. She's going to go ahead and duck back in with the Roots.
Yeah, having that Royal Champion just to the perimeter to help make sure she's stripping apart those defenses. Love the Ice Golem to tank the 2 heroes here. That defending minion Prince hits hard, so he's able to freeze that. Not sending in the Headhunters though, in order to help with sniping that off using another Ice Golem. He's about to hit the Gigabomb. hits all that damage, and there's that Warden ability to heal stuff back up.
Warden ability to protect. There was a headhunter that snuck in there, was actually protected by that Warden ability, getting through those defending heroes. Remember, the king can't reach up and take that minion prince out, so those headhunters were so clutch. Now the queen, she's up top, taking out that Crusher Mortar. Sometimes the queen will go off on her own, but it's sometimes a good thing as she gets that Crusher Mortar out. That's going to protect those roots.
Yeah, and he used the skeleton spell there beautifully as well. After the Crusher Mortar was down, queen can get, doesn't quite finish off that multi-inferno, so he is going to have to finish off to the monolith at the back end, but he's got a couple of spells to help out with that. It can go the distance here, Bash. He's still got the RC ability.
RC ability is striking right now. Rocket Spear's throwing. The big thing is this monolith. Can he have enough force to get through? It looks really strong right here, but his force is starting to fade out a little bit. But with the king still a spiky ball, that's going to come in. That Rocket Spear takes out the scatter shot. Looking super strong. He's just got to get over and take that monolith down.
Yeah, I thought he might have switched things, used the freeze at the top compartment. Skelly spell could distract that monolith all day long, but it doesn't matter. He's got enough. Leo picking things up for Repotted as they mean to go on a 3-star. And that really kicks things off fantastically for this final.
Day number 3 has been Repotted's day thus far. Another 3-star to start the war, and that shifts all that focus back over to Tribe Gaming. Remember, Tribe haven't played at all today, so they're coming in cold. Obviously, they're warming up backstage, they're practicing, they're getting everything ready, but it's a lot different coming out here, feeling that energy from the crowd. But I think Tribe was our best team, playing to the crowd and absorbing that energy and throwing their attacks. P. Castro, he's always that leadoff hitter. This is very crucial.
They've been in this situation many times before. An opening 3-star, that's fine. Bounce back from it. Exactly what we've seen from Max in the last war. Do not let it phase you. Get that 3-star on the board, and you're right, Bash. It is P. Castro kicking things off. And certainly, with the way Repotted performed in the last war, you do not want to fall behind early on.
Repotted, they've mixed that first 3 spots up, but it's always finish, General X, finish, fill up, and the 5 spot. And it seems like Tribe is definitely sticking with P. Castro and then maybe mixing things up in the middle of their lineup. It is going to be a Dragon Strike with a long invisibility, long RC charge here. So a heavy spell commitment, but if you can get the pathing, you can get the value from this RC charge, these dragons will wreck Leo's base.
Oh, I always hate to see so many giant bombs immediately, because if he can snipe the Spirit Fox off early, then he can't use the rotations. And it is on the Slither of Health. I'm expecting more giant bombs down here. There's the Tornado Trap rotating them into more giant bombs. And down goes the Spirit Fox. Now he cannot double cycle. He has to just keep using the invis spells. And can he even get this RC to the Town Hall to get it down?
He's going to have to redirect her here. Maybe make the Scatter Shot Poison Tower invisible to redirect. And he does just that. Pops her ability. The Haste Foul will push her right into the Town Hall. But like you mentioned, without that Spirit Fox, you're not going to get quite as much value. You still do have that heavy commitment. Might even save this last invis. No, he's going to commit the last invis in here to try to get that poison tower down so he doesn't have to deal with it later.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Just about snipes that off, which is critically important. I think he would have liked to get that multi-target Inferno, to be honest, the way that he started out with that many invis spells. But at least he hasn't lost too much. He is flying direct into the air sweepers here, but he's got a little bit of a backup plan at the top. A Stone Slammer to swipe out the side, and the dragons behind them.
I thought the dragons were coming out from like the bottom side there. I pointed those sweepers out because I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely going into those sweepers with the Stone Slammer, but he shifts it and he goes right behind the sweepers there. Big play from P. Castro, but the problem with that is those dragons, they're gonna spread out thin there in the middle of the base. I don't know, Judo.
Not a lot of core defenses there. Ricochet cannons are going to be good. It just depends on air traps, to be honest. He's still got that Minion Prince ability, but he has to wait until the Minion Prince turns, probably towards the Clan Castle, to get any decent shot on it. Even now, he can't use it. He's holding on to it, hoping the Minion Prince ability doesn't go off automatically, but he's lost the Archer Queen at the bottom of the base, and this is going to fizzle out to quite a low percentage, Bash.
And that's why I thought he was going to come in from that 3 o'clock area, because even though he would have been fighting those sweepers, you still just have a better path around the base. When you go in on that broad side like that, those dragons just spread thin, and it's just so hard to focus the fire, and that's what you're looking for in the dragons. And it's going to be a big miss for P. Castro and Tribe as they will trail early against Repotted Gaming.
Yeah, he really just needed that defending Minion Prince down the bottom of the base there. Then the dragons wouldn't have to worry about the Crusher Mortar. So just that little bit short. I mean, had he have managed to get the RC in towards that multi-inferno starting out, would it have been a different story? Who knows? We have seen over the previous days, 90% being around about that benchmark, so he's not far off, but the way Repotted are starting and the way they've been performing today, definitely a miss, like you said.
88%. I would consider that low against Repotted Gaming. Repotted are playing out of their minds right now, 3-star after 3-star after 3-star. I did expect this war to kind of lower the tempo a little bit, maybe be like a 12-12, 12-13, but the way Repotted are on fire right now, I don't know. pCastro, 88%. If Repotted keep it up, it's going to be hard to make up that percent.
Emma Khan is probably going to be attacking next. Can he keep that consistency with what he's been doing on the big stage? Let's find out. It does look like he is preparing. Is he going to use that same trick? Have they identified more bases from Tribe that they can use the lightning and the giant arrow? Here we are, because it is him stepping up to the plate.
Improving that hit rate on that last war. He did have one other triple throughout his 4 attacks, but it is always nice to get a triple on the big stage. 3 Roo Riders, 8 rocket balloons in here. I don't see any quakes, don't see any lightning, so I don't know that we're going to see the Queen trick, as she also has the action figure equipment. Look at all of those traps he just soaked up with that balloon right there.
3 overgrowth spells is awesome, because you can use that in order to redirect Root Riders. You can use it to mitigate damage. A little bit slow here with the air skellies. Nice little placement from Tribe Gaming, because that will slow the Archer Queen down and mean that you might not tag her onto the defenses using the Angry Jelly as easily.
He almost Queen went to ability there with the enemy Queen firing. He did manage it just right, getting that invis just in time. But it is always a sketchy thing when you let your Queen get that low. Queen is fine now. She's going to continue working through this compartment, get that ricochet cannon out, and it looks like he's obtained all the value he's looking for here against Rakiras.
Yeah, I'm presuming he's just waiting for all of the troops to gather up so he can use that recall and make sure he does not miss. That's exactly what we see. Now diving in right alongside that to the town hall, and we can expect to see the overgrowths through the center of the base, presumably, as he's diving into this right side compartment to then strip that out. There's the overgrowth right in the center.
And we saw Tribe using this triple overgrowth yesterday. You just shut down each section of the base as you're progressing through it, and it was so successful. But also, if that timing is off and those defenses stay shut down for too long, all your troops blow right past them. So the timing here on those second and third overgrowths are going to be so, so important.
Yeah, and check out that top compartment he has to get to as well. We're probably going to see an overgrowth there to help minimize damage, but notice that the second overgrowth, he doesn't hit the same defenses. Now he shifts it that little bit so they can take the multi-target Inferno since the troops are in that location. Things are not necessarily going to plan here because his healers are stuck back over on the other troops, so most of his Root Riders are down, which means moving to this back end, he's going to be in a lot of trouble, Bash.
And he's got to get through this multi-gear tower. Queen goes ahead, steps up, takes that out. That multi down there just doing a lot of work. Queen now stepping into that monolith department. Remember, that's shut down, and she's going to be able to deal with the king. That minion prince is looming large over everyone. The Queen is really the only line of defense. Excuse me, the Royal Champion is there as well. He's going to go ahead and use Rocket Loon for that multi. Finally gets the minion prince down, and this is looking pretty strong, except for he doesn't have a lot of support left.
Yeah, he's managed to negotiate this area extremely well, but this is the difficulty, especially in esports mode. Once those defenses come back alive, your Root Riders are down, your heroes go down fast because the defenses hit so hard. It is a miss. It's a higher percentage than that of pCastro, but this is exactly what Tribe Gaming needed. The door now being open, and they can shift their momentum in their favor and hope to pick things up. Now that they've seen that door swing open, they have to take it.
Yeah, it's all about timing on that style of attack, and that monolith just stayed in overgrowth just a split second too long. Okay, maybe 2-3 seconds too long, because all the heroes were past it, and then you saw it. It just finished off that Queen, finished off all of those final forces that he had on the base. 90% still very respectable and very high, higher than pCastro's miss, but now Tribe Gaming, they can put themselves right back in the war. With a triple here, it's still a slight advantage RPG, but we have ourselves a ball game.
We certainly do. Who is it going to be? Tribes sometimes rotate that order just a little bit. But they really need to step up here, don't they? And like I said at the start, prior to this war, I feel their roster is relatively stacked right now. Nebrax it is. He's been on fire recently. Normally likes to take to the skies with the dragons, so we might see another extensive RC charge. That is exactly what he's going to do. And those bowlers, that little signature move he used yesterday of sniping out a back-end air defense.
Yeah, and he kind of used that with the combination of the giant. And I see right up top, about, what, 10 o'clock-ish on the base, there's that wizard tower with the air defense behind it. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where we see a giant and those 4 bowlers come in to bounce out that air defense. But firstly, he has to get this world champion charge, and he's one of the best in the game at these long RC charges.
Certainly is. And look at the haste spell here for the headhunters. That is purely to scout for traps. If there was giant bombs there aiming to take out the Spirit Fox, headhunter would have got rid of it. So even though there wasn't, it was worth the commitment so that he wasn't taking the risk.
It's just such a brilliant play, man. It's just like one of those fine details, icing on the cake there. But Queen, our world champion, is catching Springtrap. Spirit Fox does take some damage, but she's still up. World champion will passively gain some health back from those electro boots. Pops that ability with the haste spell, pushing her even further, but she may go over to that Giga Bomb next. Yeah, she's gonna take more damage, and Spirit Fox is down.
Spirit Fox is down, but he has managed to use a couple of rotations there. Nebrax, like you said, very skilled with this approach, and it looks like at this point he is happy. That's all he wanted, and he's saving on a couple of invis spells.
Sometimes it's maybe things didn't go 100% the way, but you don't want to invest those spells because it's like, it's not really worth picking up more. Or maybe, like you said, he's happy there. That's the one unique thing about those long RC charges is, do you manage those spells? Do you keep those spells? Do you keep investing and trying to get more? It's one of those delicate balances. Nebrax sending the dragons in from the top side of the base. Queen on the bottom side of the base. Warded ability is early. He's going to go have a straight path right into the town hall. And there's that bowler trick up there on that air defense, Judo.
Yeah, the bowler's taking damage from the mortar. They do get the air defense. Would have obviously been nice to get the wizard tower as well, but not the end of the world. He's got the minion prince ability for through the core of this base. He's got to make sure he gets the pathing in towards the town hall here, Bash.
He put a baby dragon to finish off that wizard tower, and it caught some red air bombs there. Now we see the super minions out of the clan castle with the dragons. You're right, they have to make their way to that town hall. Queen still has ability here. That's pretty impressive. She's working through, and a lot of heavy defenses with that long range tower down there. She will start to take heavier damage. Minion Prince gonna go ahead and take down that town hall, but man, it's definitely fading out in the core.
Certainly is. He's got 4 rocket loons for that back-end air defense, but he's waiting because if his troops don't get near to it and things fizzle out, he can use it elsewhere. Decides to bail out and use them up top for the mortar to help free up some buildings on the outside. Is it going to be enough? He's got 2 of them for that air defense. We're slowly getting there, Bash. If the Queen can get this fire spitter and get some damage off, he might just get it because we've got ground defenses.
Oh, the Queen's gonna get the wizards out.
22 seconds.
He got that bolt. He's big. I don't think he has enough time though. 22 seconds is not a lot. But that ranged up baby dragon, as long as it stays away from the minions, it'll deal more damage. As I'm worried about that ricochet cannon. The balloon's gonna go over there. We have the boogers from the Sneezy. It's close, Judo.
If anything, it's a 99. It's actually going to be a 98, isn't it? Heartbreak for Nebrax. So close. That is not what they needed. They keep the percentage high. You can immediately see Kronos there. Team captain, good job. We got this. Making sure to keep their confidence high. You can see how upset he is, which clearly you would be. So close. And it's hard to know, did he get what he wanted out of the RC dive?
Right.
Did he have to adjust there? Sometimes it's really tricky to know. But getting 98%, fantastic. He, like you said, he's one of the best at adapting depending on what happens with that charge.
And not using those extra invises, he had it for the Minion Prince to help take down a few more buildings there. So it ended up working out for him a little bit, but obviously the time failed. It wasn't even that he ran out of force. He just ran out of time there. He had what he needed to finish off the base. Just a heartbreaker. But now, Repotted Gaming with a 3-star from Einstein may be able to put this war just out of reach for Tribe Gaming.
Maybe. They are 1 star in the lead and just 4 percentage points. But if he is able to get the 3-star here, like you said, that might put them 2 stars in the lead, which puts Tribe in a difficult spot towards the back end of the war. But getting those 3 stars on the board is easier said than done. So let's see if Einstein can do it. We've got the fireball, which, first things first, he's got to connect with that.
And we've seen some missed fireballs throughout our World Championships for sure. Just doing his due diligence down here on the bottom side of the base, just sniping out a couple of those defenses. Here come those invises. Looks all the defenses are covered, throws it onto the Expo. Gonna go ahead and get the Crusher Mortar out, get that multi-Archer Tower out. Looks like he got the value exactly that he was looking for.
Absolutely. Now he can just take his time that little bit, make sure he gets what he wants with the Warden, setting up that funnel. Once you've got that fireball, you can breathe a sigh of relief, but the one thing he has to make sure he doesn't overcommit here with Bash is time.
That is the fine, delicate balance. But now he's going to go ahead and bring that Queen in, which should speed up the process. About 50 seconds on that Warden charge. I feel like the timing there is fine. But remember, here in esports mode, heroes deal less damage while those defenses and those defending heroes are dealing 20% more damage. So there's a big trade-off there. So you really can't commit too much time because you have a whole base to get through. Overgrowth goes down in the middle of the base, and look at all those storages protecting the Town Hall. That's one of those things to kind of slow up that progress through the middle, but he elects to go ahead and just shut that Town Hall down for now.
Yeah, he's actually lost 2 healers already. I'm trying to keep an eye on that from seeking air mines. That's why you notice those rocket balloons now coming across, because the balloons from the troop launcher weren't quite popping those traps. How pivotal will that be? So far, the healers continuing to do a good job keeping everything up. Now opts to freeze the Town Hall and overgrowth that multi-gear cannon to keep everything swooping across to the left.
Good call, good play there. Shutting down those defenses, continuing the progress through the base. Everything's looking solid. Queen's on the outside there with the King. They both still have abilities. World Champion has ability too. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that World Champion ability get popped very soon. And there it is, Rocket Spear to throw, especially as that Overgrowth is going to be wearing off any moment now. She should be able to pick up some of these defenses. She's kind of in the thick of it, so uses an invisibility.
Had to use that invisibility because he cannot risk having his RC going down, especially because the Archer Queen is on the outside of the base now. Royal Champion trying to move to those back-end defenses. He's got to commit this invis spell to her as well. There it goes. Can she get the minion prince? Can she help to take this down as Root Riders are taking immense damage?
Can he keep this Royal Champion up through? He's celebrating. E equals MC squared, and it's a 3-star for Einstein. Repotted Gaming are on a roll, and this is why I said this Tribe Gaming team does not want to face a hot Repotted squad.
They do not. 2 stars, 98% their last attack. They have to step up now. Kronos normally attacks mid-war. He is their team captain. If anyone can do this, it is him, because if they 3-star here, they are still only 1 star and 4 percentage points behind, which is, you know, should Repotted slip up once, there's a high likelihood they catch that 4% up. So it's really stepping up now.
Still a very manageable war, to your point there. It's actually going to be Temper. Normally they're 5-hitter. Okay, so completely shifting things, moving the team around here. Definitely did not expect that, and he's going to return the favor over to Einstein's base, and we get our first Rocket Loon attack of the war.
Temper is such a solid hitter for Tribe Gaming. Maybe when they first scouted the bases, he just felt confident in his plan and getting that out early, so submitted him as that number 3 attacker. Here we go, though. We've got the Angry Jelly on the Grand Warden, meaning he's wanting to take out some of these defenses first. Got the Furnace to help out, just speed up time if nothing else. And it can also, if there is skelly traps or anything over there, you can instantly fry them with the Furnace.
Yeah, it's a nice touch, especially also on those storages, where it's going to help just burn those storages down just a little bit quicker after that Angry Jelly wears off, which Angry Jelly is going to last 35 seconds, but then right after that, the Warden's going to go over and he's going to start targeting these storages. So he gets all those defenses, oh, not quite all of them. Maybe he wanted to get that other Archer Tower down, but now this is where getting those storages kind of thinned out early comes into play.
And I mentioned it in the last war, but time is something you have to be very careful with Warden charges. Flame Flinger at the bottom of the base, even a couple of archers across to the right side. Just pick off that building while you can. Grand Warden now connecting to the Town Hall. Slow and steady. Pulls him across with Rockaloons. That, I don't think that, I mean, that has to be a mistake.
That's definitely a mistake there. I think he had the Coco Loon in and then threw in 2 Rocket Loons, and it was just enough. But now, oh my goodness, look at this. The healers. The healers are under fire.
He's got to freeze it again. He decides not to. He's going to go with that fireball. Town Hall. Don't forget to invis the Town Hall.
He doesn't have one. Oh no. Tribe are in trouble. Tribe are in trouble, Judo.
I didn't even look down at the spells. I just assumed he had more. Has to use the fireball. Try to take out these buildings, but the Warden is down. This is why we don't see this attack strategy too often, because if something goes wrong, it goes very wrong.
Oh,
gotta be careful
baby.
sending those loons in next to the Warden. No.
It's just one balloon too many. Pulls the Warden away and just ruins the plan. You can see he was trying to get that Town Hall out, and then he probably would have advised that left-hand side and then sent the fireball right into the Multi Inferno in the middle. But now he's just going to try to save Grace here. And man, look at who we have left for Repotted Gaming. General X and Philip. You need a defense, but with those two going, it's going to be so hard.
Well, Tribe Gaming need to step things up here either way, because if this war is a loss, they can't go into the next one with a major defeat. So they have to get some 3 stars on the board and make this one close. Temper is doing a great job at making sure, even though he can't get the core, which is what he wanted to fireball, let's try and get everything else. Get that percentage up. You never know if you can get that 1 star. Have confidence in your bases to defend.
Yeah, you never know what happens in a war. Anything can happen here. All it takes is one mistake. I mean, a mistake that just happened to Temper could happen over on the other side. You've prepared your bases. You've been ready for this moment. He gets that up to 89%. Man, I'm really curious if that plan goes right, he doesn't pull the Warden. That looks like it would have got through.
I think so. I mean, you can't doubt it, right? Because when he's that close, and you got to think the core would have been gone.
Yes.
That's where the fireball was going to be. There's no way that that doesn't go through. So super unfortunate, but that's how it happens. You've got to be able to have those fine margins. And when you're watching at home, that is equally where these pros are just on another level, because they understand those fine margins as well. We do see the mistakes occasionally, and that's where it costs you.
This place is going to go insane if General X 3 stars right here. I can already hear them chanting MVP. General X, fan favorite, ready to go. He's always in that 4 spot, and he's going to be attacking Nebrex's base. A 3-star here puts the war away and forces a bracket reset, essentially.
Oh my goodness. I love both of these teams, but I am nervous for them. General X with the Super Yeti strategy. He has been so consistent with this. Even yesterday, he lost his Warden Eternal Tome and still 3-starred. So if anyone can get this strategy to work, he is the man. I do notice a mistake there early on, right? Tesla pops, he's lost that Furnace, which can help with the Warden. Not as big of a deal as losing your Eternal Tome. So I've still got confidence in the MVP himself.
Just setting the stage here, letting this Warden walk with that Angry Jelly. That Angry Jelly, just such a nice piece to add to a Warden charge. Skeletons are going to come over. He's going to deal with those, but that Warden's going to continue forward into the base.
This is what I was saying about the Furnace, right? The Furnace would have been able to help there. That's a couple of seconds that he's lost out of the Rage spell as well. And you never know. I mean, we've seen 98% from Nebrex. Those couple of seconds, they do cost you as well. Love the setup of the Flame Flinger, though. Now just able to snipe off the Fire Spitter. There's that many defenses, that many troops. Sometimes you get your names mixed up here, Bash. But slow and steady setting this up. Again, I'll mention it. Time has to be a factor with these attacks.
Especially a minute 10 in. Flame Flinger is doing a great job on the top side, but I think after he gets that multi-arch tower, the Mortar or X-Bow may lock onto it unless he distracts. He's going to go ahead and send the Queen in. He's got to pretty much get everything going. It almost feels like something went wrong here because he's being very diligent with what he's doing. It feels like he's not 100% happy
Like normally we see a little bit more confidence in his pose and his gestures. We'll see. I mean, obviously there's a minute and a half left, a lot of attack, but let's see if General X can pull this through.
I think other than time, this seems to be going relatively okay. The RC took quite a bit of damage down in the bottom of the base, but if we've seen anything from General X, he can keep that RC alive like nobody else. Check this out though, as the Rocket Loons get right on top of the Super Yetis, he has to use that Warden ability. He's locked up the second star, but now with the Crusher Mortar kicking in, there is so much damage, so he's got to use that Barbarian King ability. And General X is so good at keeping these troops alive, even when it looks like they are on the brink of going down.
Royal Champion is just hanging on there, but the Queen is locked onto by the Expo, and she's going to be forced to ability. Now Skeleton Spell will come over here and distract this Royal Champion. He did a great job managing and keeping her alive. Can she hang on? She gets taken out.
I'm surprised he didn't go with the invis there, but obviously focusing on so many different aspects of this attack. Maybe he felt like the invis for the Archer Queen would wrap up more percentage points for him, but with 20 seconds, he's got to be careful there. Definitely great timing to make sure that Ricochet Cannon didn't get a single shot off, and impeccable to get that taken out.
This is what Tribe Gaming needed. They needed a big defense in this spot. This keeps them alive. It pushes Repotted up to 10 stars, and with a triple, Tribe will be at 9. Then that sets the stage for the final attack. If Philip gets held to a defense, Tribe can still sweep this war. 88%.
They certainly can.
I mean, think about it. Their RPG is up by 15. 88%, a 3-star, that makes up 12%. Then, one more defense, and Tribe can reverse and come back and win this war.
That's where I always say it's a team game. Keep that percentage high. Easier said than done for Tribe Gaming. They have to double 3-star now, like you said. Probably it will be Kronos next. He's normally that mid attacker, but who knows? Maybe they're saving him until the end. It actually looks like Rakirez is getting ready to go. Both players, though, stacked with experience, more than enough capability to get these 3 stars. Tribe hanging on with a lifeline, but if Rakirez 3 stars, they can do it.
And Rakirez is definitely someone you would want in this spot. The way Kronos is playing, they're like, let's put him in the 5 spot. Let's move Temperance to the middle of the pack. This is the biggest attack of the war. This has to be a 3-star for Tribe to have a chance at not having to play another war here in the 2025 World Championships. Still a lot of work needs to be done for that to happen, but this is the first step.
Beautiful invis placement there by Rakirez to understand RC would just be inside it, as with the Spirit Fox. Now you notice that double rotation, getting 2 invisibility spells in just so that he doesn't take any damage. Redirects the RC into the middle and then turns the multi-invisible as well so that she doesn't move up towards that poison tower. Beautiful redirect, but does lose the Spirit Fox now.
He may have been trying to go there. It's kind of hard to say. But he's going to go into the Monolith. He did get slowed down by that poison, so he lost a little bit of effect from his haste vial. But he's actually going to go ahead and recall after the Monolith takedown.
I think that's good. I think that's good. I feel like he did want to get there. The thing was, it looked like his RC was about to step out of range of the invis, so that's why he used the next one. But she was actually in the range of it. Don't think he'd have got much more value, to be honest. So all is looking relatively good here for Rakirez. Ice Golem does manage to just about get that multi-gear cannon so the Queen can take it out. And there you've seen the red air mines getting triggered at the bottom. So that's a couple out of the way that he doesn't have to worry about for the healers.
Look at the Lava Hound in the army composition. I think it's flying in from the top side. It does fly in from the top side to pull that poison tower. So as these roots approach, remember there's no overgrowth, so you can't shut down any section of this base. He doesn't have to worry about that poison slowing him down. The big area, look at the top compartment there, Judo. Ricochet Cannon, Crusher Mortar, King, Minion Prince. That's going to be the toughest spot of this base. Right now, everything's managed well, but he has no more spells. It's all down to these roots and these final hero abilities.
Absolutely, that is a tricky area. He's got some headhunters, but it's going to be so tricky to get them in towards the defending heroes. Fortunately, he's still got good health on his Root Riders. I'd love the Barbarian King to get on top of there so he could get healed up and the ability would not be forced. But I'm guessing he wants to use it relatively soon anyway, moving to this last side compartment. Snakes in the middle can't quite get that clan castle down, but they will momentarily. Here we go, Bash, the final part of this base.
Queen pops ability, gets the minion prince down. Spiky ball went through the exterior of the base.
Beautiful.
Crusher mortar's gonna go down. He pulls that poison tower with a rocket balloon on the bottom. But look at this, the enemy queen is gonna step up. This is a big moment. Can he get through this enemy queen? There's no more force. Oh, man, I don't know that he has enough.
He's only got 14 seconds. It's a big defense, which means now Philip would have to have a major miss for Repotted not to get this. It is so close. There was some beautiful elements to that attack, but that's not far enough if you want to be world champions.
It's one of those tough things when you do that heavy Royal Champion commitment with the Roots, because the Roots love a spell like the Overgrowth to shut down a section of the base. Remember those Roots, as they trounce through the base, they're going to open up the walls as well. That creates pathing for your heroes. So when you shut down those defenses and let those Roots just progress further and further, that just opens up more and more of the base. So it's that big risk. It's like, did I get enough value with all of these invisibilities to offset not having an Overgrowth? It appears that Recures did not, as he falls short at 93%. And now, Repotted Gaming need 2 stars to force the bracket reset.
Well, look, Philip knows what to do. He did it in the last war. He gave up the perfect war to get that safe 2-star. I mean, come on, he's not taking any risks here. 2 stars, wins this war for them. He had the battle blimp selected. He swapped it to the troop launcher, but he can always do that to get towards the town hall. And here we go, look, just like last time, setting up the funnel, get that town hall down early, secure the 2-star, and get ready for your bracket reset.
He's gonna go ahead and use that Queen Giant Arrow trick right on through the middle. Beautiful grab right through there with the Queen. And now he can pretty much just go right through this town hall. And all he's got to do is get the town hall down for the 1st star and then get 50% for the 2nd star.
Yep, don't overcommit. Make sure you get that town hall down, then you can get the other troops in. He's already pretty much halfway there, Bash, as he gets the town hall, and he's almost at the 25% with the rest of his army left to go.
This is a big, big moment. A big, big war for Repotted Gaming. They are so hot. They have all the momentum. The question is, will Tribe be able to bounce back? I think it's a sure thing at this point that Philip is going to get this 2nd star and force the bracket reset for Repotted Gaming. But if you're Tribe Gaming, you don't want to think it, but those thoughts are creeping in your head. 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place. Not again. We can't do this again. They have to regroup as quick as possible.
Yeah, well, I think Kronos, team captain, he's got a 3-star in this next attack to give them some glimmer of hope moving into that reset. But as you mentioned it, Bash, it is a foregone conclusion here as the percentage racks up. Closing up to 40. He only needs the 50 for that 2nd star. All of the troops surge through the base. It's actually looking good here as well in terms of how the attack is playing out for the 3.
That's also one of those statement pieces. We know the Repotted Gaming in this situation, they want to make a statement against foes of Tribe. Remember, it was Repotted Gaming who were in the upper bracket last year, took down Tribe to win that World Championship after coming in 2nd place the year before. So Repotted are hungry. You heard it. It would mean a ton to them to be the first ever back-to-back Clash Clans World Champions.
General X said he beat them before. He can beat them again. And then he can say it again right after this match. But focusing back to Philip, he's won the war for them. He's got hero abilities. He's got the freeze spell. They want to put a statement moving into the next round of attacks.
Looking
Philip,
really strong through here.
Looking to close out with that 3-star.
This is going to be a 3-star for sure, Judaslav. And Repotted Gaming put up another high score performance, another 13-star, 14 in the last war against Elevate, 13 in the Tribe war here. Tribe have to regroup as quickly as possible because they are up the creek right now against this Repotted squad.
Virtually swagging the king ability as well. That is how much on fire Repotted Gaming are. 13 stars again. Wow, we spoke this morning about how close these 3 teams were. We felt these really were the best 3 in the world. Repotted though, smash elevate by 3 stars. Are they going to really do the same versus Tribe?
It's going to be at least 2. I mean, that's a pretty dominant performance in a 5v5 showdown. It'll be the team captain Kronos for Tribe Gaming to try to get a little bit of that momentum back. We know how positive he was yesterday, how energetic he was. He was feeling great, but they're going to have to take a quick moment after this, go in the back, regroup. Hey guys, we were close on a lot of attacks. They really weren't too far off. I think if Temper's attack, if he doesn't pull that Warden, I think that's a 3-star. I mean, we had what, the time fill? We had Ebrex at 98. They were so close on so many of this. So it's not like they're very far off. It's just, hey guys, clean it up. We're warm now. Let's clean it up. Let's go win this World Championship.
Absolutely. They have every chance to do this. I've spoke so highly of their roster. I feel like they've really fine-tuned things in recent times. But can Kronos get some glimmer of hope for them moving into the bracket reset with a 3-star? He put up probably the best 3-star of this tournament yesterday. So here he goes.
Yeah, that was such a fun attack to watch. A multi-hero charge, just doing so much. Speaking of multiple heroes, he's got the Queen, he's got the Warden. They are working in sync together. In sync. That's the word. I couldn't spit it out. Thank you, Judo. You got this, bud.
Warden is on the glimmer of health, though. He's got to keep using those invis spells. He cannot allow the Warden to take any damage. Healers, thankfully, now swap to the Warden, so he can be a little bit more preserved and just about gets the recall spell to get all of them out.
Yeah, it's one of those sketchy plays there. Like, you commit so much to it, and if you lose one of those heroes or lose one of those hero abilities, you are really in trouble. I mean, it's already over. This war is already done, but we always talk about momentum here up on the stage. You want to go in with the right momentum to the next war. You want to go in with some hope. Getting a 3-star here gets that energy back for Tribe Gaming and maybe sets the tone for that next war.
It's exactly what they need. Moving into the core of this base, though, there is a lot of damage. He's got that overgrowth in the center, but it is meaning troops are splitting. Defending Minion Prince just does not want to go down here, Bash. Finally, the Archer Queen locks on and takes that out. Overgrowth the Town Hall and this right side compartment so he can focus in on the left. But the Crusher Mortar dealing a lot of damage, gets the freeze spell in. Beautiful timing on that.
Crusher Mortar beautifully taken down there. He was trying to get that Fire Spitter on the right, but the Rocket Balloons got caught, the Tornado Trap, so that Fire Spitter is going to remain. He still has one more Overgrowth spell. We saw him using Overgrowth left and right to perfection yesterday. Town Hall still needs taken down. Royal Champion is in there. He's going to go and pop her ability, which those Rocket Spears after this Wizard Tower should go over and finish off the Town Hall or take down the Town Hall.
Yeah, I was worried about the range of the bomb tower there as well. It is pretty close. She does actually move through the bomb tower, actually, but the Root Riders will open up the pathing. Archer Queen is there as well.
Queen still with ability, but there's a lot of defenses here. Ricochet, multi tucked away. That Fire Spitter he was trying to get out. Man, these Repotted bases are giving Tribe, giving Elevate, giving all of our teams here in Worlds a lot of problems.
Yeah, I mean, at least he got that Town Hall. You couldn't think of anything worse than moving to the next round of attacks. But what an exciting bracket reset this is going to be. Moving into today, everyone was in favor of Tribe. They were so impressive yesterday. But with yet another 2-star, Repotted take this one 13 stars to 10.
Repotted Gaming are looking to do the impossible. The lower bracket run, forcing the bracket reset. That means our last match will be for everything. It will be Tribe Gaming. It will be Repotted Gaming. Winner take all. Can Repotted repeat as world champions, or will Tribe Gaming capture their first ever crown?
If they want to do that, they have to go backstage and they have to spin things around quickly because we are going to be diving right into the next match. They have to spin the next wall, have that brief preparation phase, and then the first attacker only gets 8 minutes to plan from when the war starts, which means they don't have a lot of time.
Oh man, this is just such a tough moment for Tribe Gaming. And you start having those thoughts in. Tribe Gaming in the bracket reset era, and they are the only team to ever lose a bracket reset. fun fact right there. And now we see them forced into the bracket reset, and the way Repotted are playing, it looks like Tribe are going to have to put up 13 to have a chance.
I'm not even going to think about it. Tribe Gaming, it's gotta be your year. Come on, pull yourself together. Put up the performance of a lifetime like you did yesterday. Wow, what a match. We had Itsu and Carbon prior to the match getting the vibe check, trying to see who was going to win. Would it be Repotted? Would it be Tribe? Looks like the audience of Repotted steered them on a little bit, but we've got Itsu with us now to find out just what the vibe was like as the attacks were unfolding. Tribe's got a lot of support down there, but how were they feeling as the war developed?
I mean, we have seen again dominance from Repotted. It was really impressive to see what they were able to accomplish. Again, not just on offense, but as well on defense, holding back Tribe. They were so dominant yesterday, but I mean, that was just a really crazy showcase of dominance here from Repotted with 13-10 as the result.
Man, just looking at the stats, Repotted looks so good. I said yesterday that Tribe looked unstoppable. I feel like the tables have flipped, and now Repotted are the ones looking unstoppable. 14 stars in their first war, 13 stars now, and they just look so strong.
They certainly do, and like you said, Bash, there was a couple of attacks that were nearly there for Tribe Gaming, so close, but are they able to use that to help them, or do they just see the stats staring them in the face? 13-10. How do we come back from this with a team that is just obliterating everyone right now? It's such a difficult task. You've been out there on the big stage, Itsu. What do you think Tribe Gaming need to say to themselves right now? Is there anything they can say to themselves to give them an opportunity in this next matchup?
I mean, I feel like they have shown that they have what it takes to win this last match, but they really have to mentally reset. It is not easy. As soon as they feel like we were in this position last year, we were not able to do it back then. As soon as that thought is just slipping in, this might be really bad news for other Tribe fans then out there, because this is exactly the state you want to avoid here. And the question is, are they able to avoid exactly that? That's to me the big question, is they're able to reset. Because doing things like that, it's always way easier said than done. Blending all of that out, yeah.
I think the big story there, though, is the defensive basis of Repotted holding Tribe to 10 after the way Tribe played yesterday. I feel like that's more impressive than anything. Our MVP of the war. Oh, General X didn't 3-star, and he's still right there. But Einstein, with that beautiful attack, does get MVP of the matchup. It's crazy that General X put up
2-star, 88%.
Yeah, that's
even
what it
Phillips
was.
down there with the closing 3-star. Like, hey, Einstein, I'm happy for you getting that MVP for Repotted Gaming. Look, their roster is so good. They are all on fire at the moment. We spoke a little bit about Emercon's stats moving into this war, and even though he didn't get the 3-star there, he's still got that solid percentage. He seems to be able to get it to work on the main stage, and that's what counts. So looking at the bracket, you can see Tribe Gaming did not take a loss moving through the upper bracket. Repotted lost to Elevate, moving down to the lower bracket. That's how they've had to fight their way back. Maybe why General X was saying we're worried about Elevate, but we've beat Tribe before. However, that is now why we are having another matchup, because Tribe, that was their first loss. Repotted lost earlier on in the tournament, so Tribe get that second lifeline.
Yeah, and they have to make good use of that. I mean, that's exactly what Repotted did. And I feel like we should really highlight one of their attacks, which has helped them immense of making it to this stage of the competition, and that is the one with the lightning and giant arrow composition. I was expecting that we won't see a base where this strategy would fit on, but instead, Philip finds the plan. The concept here is to really take down this core on the base, which means you want to have those key defenses out there. You're going to damage them with the lightnings, then you have the giant arrow fly across. But if you're doing that, you need some follow-up, which means you need some type of, hey, I'm going in here with the queen and with the warden right after. And for him, it's going to be the town hall. The best part about this is, though, take a look at what exactly is next to it. We have 1, 2 fire spitters, which means it does not even matter where that queen is going. And with that, it is just the perfect way as an opening here. We have the recall then for the Archer Queen as soon as the first couple of key defenses are gone, and he's going to then enter into the side where the Fire Spitter went not down. And the pathing, take a look at that. The pathing from the defenses really through the back end is just flawless. And one of the most dangerous defense for those ground attacks is this Crusher Mortar. And with that being gone, and even the Monolith gone, which is just so dangerous versus the high hit points troops like the Root Riders, this attack right after is just a true masterclass of understanding on how those troops work. Because really take a look at how they're moving through. We have always those tanks with the loons flying above them. Now you might wonder, why are the loons important? Because take a look at that. A black mine after black mine are getting tanked by them, another black mine. And those are meant for the healers. As long as those healers staying alive, you cannot touch those Root Riders whatsoever, because you have the Rage Gem, which is making the, which is just boosting the efficiency of those healers, and with that they can just move forward. You have the DPS right behind, which is those the Royal Champion with her aura, the defending minion prince, which so often is a big issue for the attacker. On this one, completely overwhelmed, no chance of firing back, and this is why this was just as well one of the most overpowering attacks of what we have seen, just because the plan was so clean, which is as well showcasing that Tribe maybe on their own did not fully understand on how this approach really works, because they have given Repotted this base, which to me is a big surprise. And the question to me really is, are the base choices for Tribe maybe better? Do they even have maybe bases which can defend this? Because maybe they were just holding back this type of base style until the end, because Elevate did. It defended really well so far for them, but Repotted, they cracked the code. And the question now is, what are the other bases having in store for them?
And that's what you get with a team like Repotted Gaming. They're a Swiss Army knife. All of those players can use so many different strategies and so many different ways to crack any base that any squad is going to put up against them. And I think it's fair to say that that's why we see them back in our finals, and that's why we see them forcing a bracket reset.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to think Tribe Gaming as well. Going from the upper bracket, they haven't had to play as many matches, so they haven't had to reveal as many bases, but it is more a bit team specific as well in terms of who you are building against. That little bit of German rivalry, maybe Repotted Gaming having that extra care against Tribe Gaming, wanting to secure the victory against them specifically.
I mean, those players know each other for sure. We have 8 German players in this final, which is just crazy, and they know each other really well. So getting into their heads, making sure that they're set for this final match, because we are getting ready, that is for sure. So let's take a look at a couple of those highlights from this madness which we have just witnessed.
The vibes speak for themselves at this point. I feel like we're all a little bit at the end of our tether here. I don't know if I can take much more, Bash. How's it going, man?
Oh, man, I am ecstatic right now. This is a crazy war, and what a fitting end to our World Championships here to have 2 of the best squads a bracket reset.
A bracket reset. Bash, are you cooked after that? Because that seemed like it was super intense up there.
I already woke up barely able to talk, so I'm not going to be able to talk tomorrow for sure.
I love it. Now, we got to talk a little bit more about some of the unsung heroes here in the building, I've got to say. First off, DreamHack Atlanta, make some noise for the base builders who have been making all the bases for this event. Some of the unsung heroes, and also Bash, I want to give a huge shout out to our language casters set around the edge of the building, around this stage. They have been incredible. They are the reason why this event is truly global. Isn't that right, Bash?
I mean, that's the beautiful thing of Clash Fest. We got everyone here cheering everyone on. We got streams going on. We got the main broadcast. It's just such a lovely event. If you've never made it to a Clash Fest, I think you should put it on your bucket list.
I agree, and you're about to see why in a few minutes' time, but let's quickly talk about those two teams that just went head-to-head, all right? I believe now, from a mentality standpoint, do you think that it's shifted now? Because Tribe, they had 2 shots for the title. Repotted Gaming have come in and they've performed like that. Do you now feel like the upper hand is in their favor?
So I came in today and I said, I picked Repotted because when Tribe beat Elevated, they looked so dejected. And then you see Tribe lose to Repotted like that, and they kind of, I don't want to say they look dejected, but they're definitely down. I definitely feel the momentum has shifted. I picked Tribe earlier, but man, it's a coin flip, but I almost am really close to picking RPG here. I want to see Tribe get there first, but man, it's hard to go against RPG the way they're playing.
Or maybe Tribe Gaming are just leading us on because they know that it's going to be a much more explosive finish if they take the win. But let's not talk about that anymore, because do you know what time of year it is, Bash? Because we've just had Halloween, so what are we doing right now?
Yeah, it's like the holiday season, right? All the major holidays are coming up.
Exactly. We're in America right now, so you know, Thanksgiving's on its way, but what's after Thanksgiving, Bash?
After Thanksgiving, traditionally for a lot of us Americans, we have Christmas.
We have Christmas. What? I'd say that I look a little bit more like Santa right now. I've got the old red on as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're live here at Clash Fest. We're at DreamHack Atlanta. This is a live event, so we need to make everyone at home wish that they were here right now. So let's give some merch away, baby. Okay, come around this way. Can I have my Santa bag, please? This is my Santa bag right here. We've got hoodies. We've got
hoodies.
We've got hoodie right here.
Whoa.
Let's go. Water bottles as well.
Get out of the bag. 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 Get out of the bag.
We've got bags to give away.
Oh, what is that? What is that?
We've got the greens. Oh, I think that was courtesy of Carbon Fin.
Oh no, I lost stuff.
More t-shirts.
We're out of stuff. We're out of stuff.
Sending it. There you go, sir.
Oh my goodness. It's Santa. Santa. What is that?
Pick it up.
Take that.
Oh, we got another.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my
We've got like 3 bags of this,
All
by the way.
right,
This
heads up.
Gonna go for a
this
while.
is hard plastic. Carbon Fin printed a giant gauntlet. Fake job, little man. Oh!
I'm gonna give the bag.
Oh, we got another bag.
The bag.
Oh!
And we got another right here. Okay, I'm gonna calm down a little bit. I'm gonna calm down.
All right, here we go.
There you go, right there. Another hoodie.
More stuff. Ah!
Another hoodie.
More.
People are closing in. They're closing in on us. I feel like I'm being surrounded by sharks.
Hard
here
plastic
right
coming in.
Okay.
What?
Send it.
Someone snatched.
Do we have any more? That's being handed
There's
out.
more.
I'm gonna go big now. We're gonna go big. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go!
Someone up front. I got a water bottle. Here,
let's not
here we
throw
go.
that
Here we go. I don't want to throw a water bottle. We'll break it.
We're gonna go long again.
I can't throw lefty.
It's all right. I'm doing it. I'm doing it for you, Bash.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I'm getting so sweaty here right now. So right now, let's get ready for our next match. It's the final one right here on the main stage. DreamHack Atlanta, make some noise! Woo!
Chip, what will be the first thing you're all going to do?
I've thought about this many times, to be honest with you. We've been so close a couple of times. I wouldn't know if I should laugh, scream, or cry. I think I might just do all 3 at the same time. So yeah, I think I will enjoy the moment. I will not spend time thinking about it, but rather how I get there, and then whatever happens in the moment is what will happen.
Why does your team want to win the World Championships?
Obviously, to be the first team repeating.
I think the thing that we look forward to the most about playing in this World Championship is just taking in the whole opportunity. This is everyone's first time here, so we're all excited. We're all ready to give it our best shot.
A minha equipe está esperando esse Mundial
executar tudo que a gente vem treinando nessa última semana e conseguir sair campeão.
对于这次总决赛，我们最期待的是可以站上世界的舞台，和很多强队一起竞技，享受现场的氛围，然后打出好的成绩。
We are looking forward the most this year to defend our title.
私たちのチームが世界大会で最も楽しみにしているのは、世界中の強いチームや選手とオフラインのイベントでバトルできることです。
To play against the teams on the stage, because there you feel the adrenaline, you see the crowd, and the emotions are just way bigger than at home.
我们这次最期待世界赛的比赛部分。
We are here to have fun, but also we're not here to lose. So hopefully we can bring it home.
Fun is out. At this point, it is all about getting those 3 stars in. No fun allowed because, I mean, if you don't 3-star and you don't win, to be honest, that is then no fun anymore either.
Yeah, you want to be pulling those 3 stars in. Repotted Gaming has done just that. At the very first match of today against Elevate, 14-star performance. And then against Tribe Gaming, now forcing a bracket reset. Not only are they bringing the stars, they're bringing the defenses as well.
That's right, those are always the 2 really important things. Offense, one part, but the defense is really something you should not underestimate whatsoever, because it is always this pressure game going back and forth, really, really getting the lead early on. And we have seen now those top teams being able to somehow convert those leads into bigger and bigger leads, especially as the tournament was progressing.
Yeah, with Tribe Gaming now having no second chance. It's this match, winner take all. You mess up, you can cost your team the opportunity, all the work that's gone in getting the golden ticket, the months of preparation, it comes down to this moment. Can they capitalize? Will we have a back-to-back world champion, or will Tribe finally get over that hill and turn their second place finishes into a first place finish?
I mean, it's just such a crazy story, especially with Tribe yesterday performing like it was meant to be for them to get to the finals, to maybe win the finals. But Repotted today woke up and chose, wait a second, we have as well another word again with Tribe, because we want to defend our title.
Yeah, something Repotted Gaming did over the last under 24 hours, it feels like. Pretty much within the last several hours, they've been coming in with these attacks with the giant arrow and lightning spells on these specific bases, and it's been working. Now Tribe Gaming has to recoup after coming from an upper bracket, thinking you have the advantage, but that advantage is no more, and it's coming up to this moment right here, Itsu.
It is crazy. It is really crazy to think about that this entire year now is going to come down to this. So, let's take a look at those stats. I mean, this is the performance for those 2 teams, for those 2 team captains over the year.
It's just insane what they are able to do. Such high hit rates. We see the time is also very similar, but at the end of the day, time has not played a role really at all this entire year, and we're not going to think it's going to as well. Repotted Gaming got a 14-star war. Will a 14-star war be again on the stage? If it happens, it looks like that team may run away with it, because the odds of 2 teams pulling off 14 stars with all the pressure on the line, it would be one of the most amazing wars if that was to happen. But it doesn't matter, because it's going to be an amazing war, being that it's the last war. There is no second chance. It's winner take all. You can't lose anymore. Coming from a lower bracket, Repotted Gaming is wanting to say, hey, you know, we went undefeated last year. You know, even though if we get sent down to the lower bracket this year, we can prove that we really are champions, even changing a few players onto this roster on this stage.
Yeah, both teams have lost their second life with this double elimination system, which means Tribe had the huge advantage going to the finals with having the second life still there, but Repotted took it from them, and now it is this even playing field, which really means, as you said, everything is going to come down to this moment in just a couple of seconds as the team are setting up their bases, double checking, triple checking if they really want to run this specific base, because so much money is on the line. The difference between the first and second seed it's crazy.
$150,000 is the difference. Second, $150,000, double it for first place, $300,000. It's $700,000 total this weekend for the competition. And it really feels like almost half of it is going just to that first place team. And they're trying their absolute best to not only win that, but they're able to then pick up that trophy and celebrate as a team. Tribe just has not been able to do it. And again, we are going to be officially crowning at least one player to have 2 world championships. On Tribe, that would be P. Castro, because he won it with Clash Champs just a few years ago. And with Repotted Gaming, well, it's 3 of them, as they were on the stage, winning it in style, staying undefeated, and they're looking to be the first team to go back-to-back. So just an impressive run that they're doing, especially today with the stars, a 14-star performance before, and then putting up more triples against Tribe just in the last match in the Grand Finals.
And I'm just wondering what we're going to see, because I feel like the Tribe players, they were really in their groove when it comes down to the strategy choices. We typically see 2 Dragon attacks, then like something more creative with Kronos. The question is that really the code to crack those Repotted bases? And I think we are ready. So let's go to the stage to find out.
Well, well, well. Things have got interesting. If you thought that you were nervous before, things are about to get spicy up here on the main stage. This next war is the definitive Grand Finals match for the 2025 Clash of Clans World Finals. One more war for all the marbles. And so, DreamHack Atlanta, as we introduce both of our teams, I'm going to need you to make some noise! Please welcome to the stage, Tribe Gaming and Repotted Gaming! On the side of Tribe, we have Nabrax, Rikires, P. Castro, and Temper and Kronos. Repotted, we've got Emir Khan, Philip, Jebel X, Einstein, and of course, Leo. $300,000 is on the line. The trophy and a legacy that will forever be forged in the esports history books. One more war, and we will crown our champions. Casters, let's do this.
Winner take all. Repotted Gaming coming from the lower bracket, forcing that bracket reset. We've talked about that storyline, that it is possible. If you get sent to the lower bracket, you always have a shot, but it's a difficult shot. Because last year, Repotted Gaming, they went undefeated, and even the previous year, Clash Champs went undefeated. No bracket reset occurred. This time it's different. They're trying to be the first ever back-to-back world champions, and it's just right there. Same thing for Tribe. They're going for their very first trophy, very first championship ever for Tribe Gaming. Good luck. It's gonna be an intense match here.
The hands are shaking. You might second guess yourself. You're relying on your team to make the right choices. But at the end of the day, you're in the attack and you have to deploy those troops correct. Because this is now what everything is on. We have the first attack. Get it on the way. P. Castro starting things off for Tribe Gaming. And we are here with Root Riders with this quick start with the blimp in the beginning to get this match under his way.
And he finds a tornado trap right off the bat. The Yetis grab that value. Town Hall launches some of the shots, but it's okay. No rage needed. The value was there to set the funnel for the RC, and pulling that tornado trap early means the RC will not get affected by or any other troops as well. But even sending the funnel to the left allows the Royal Champion to go straight to the core, straight to this Town Hall, and it even has 7 more invisibility spells. The pathing is looking fantastic so far here for P. Castro.
And it really seems like that the Tribe players have second-guessed their first attacks, because this base, we have already seen it earlier. The question is if this second approach is enough to get the 3-star. The entire core is getting taken care of with the haste by the Royal Champion value. Take a look at that. This core is gone.
Look at that value so far. And it was a perfect ability to skip past that Crusher Mortar. Did unfortunately leave that Spirit Fox there, but might be able to pull a little bit of the Clan Castle out by, let's see, yes, pulls a little bit more of the Ice Combs in the Furnace. That could actually really help later in the attack.
No clue if planned, I don't think so, but in the end it turned out amazing for Picastro because this means the Pyramites are already getting slowed down. We have the Furnace taken care of with the poison. The Ice Golems are taken care of early on. And this means now on this back end where all of those defending heroes are, this is where the Clan Castle cannot help anymore.
Yeah, he's continuing this push through the left side. Will have the Warden, the King, and the Queen ability intact here. But the King, he's placed all the way to the bottom side of the space. He's going to work slowly around with regular wall breakers because he can't take super wall breakers. So he busts open this bottom compartment. He has super barbs and the rocket loons. So you can only bring 2 of those super troops in any given attack as the Queen is making her way through. The Warden's Eternal Tome. Actually, no, it looked like it was the Healing Tome to heal things up to the top. There's the King's Earthquake Boot, Spiky Ball, straight to the bottom, and he does trigger that Giga Bomb.
I think the Royal Champion up there just went down, if I saw this correctly, while the King at the bottom side is trying his best to already damage the defending King. The Multi-Arch Tower on the bottom side is staying alive, and that might be a problem as time is ticking.
Yeah, it's ticking here. He has, unfortunately, no way to open this compartment. The Root Rider is going to go down, so he's going to have to get stuck on this wall. Sends in a Headhunter delayed. Queen's already burned her ability since the Giant is there. It's getting locked down to Queen is going down, getting right on through this defensive King, but an Ice Golem can't really do much. It's going to stay to the edge. Queen is stuck in the core, and it's looking like a defense for General X and Repotted Gaming to start off the bracket reset.
Give them a second try, give them a third try, give them as many tries as they want. Those Repotted bases are keep defending. They cannot get into the first attack. Tribe Gaming getting a high percentage, but not what they were hoping for.
Not what they were hoping for at all, with an 87% 2-star there for Tribe. And now if Repotted Gaming answer with a 3-star of their own, it just seems like the momentum all day has been on Repotted Gaming's side. From match number 1, taking out Elevate. Match number 2, and forcing this match here in the bracket reset is just an impressive performance. And Picastro, he's now officially done. There's no more attacks in the competition that he can bring. He has to now switch over, help his teammates, plan those attacks, and help with the spotting. And we know if it is who we think it is right now, Leo, if he's up next for Repotted Gaming, can he start it off? Is it going to be the Lightning Queen arrow that has been dominating today for them? And it is Hiritsu.
So let's see, can he take down that Water Crusher, or is he going for something different? We have the first set of runes to see if there's any traps hidden on this far left side. We have the Earthquake, there goes the Giant Arrow, there we have the Lightnings. The Turn Tower stayed up though.
Barely missed that Multi-Inferno. That's a little bit of a break that Nebrex and Tribe Gaming are hoping for. So we have this Warden and Queen charging together in this bottom compartment. Does have a recall to be able to pull this Queen back. The healers need to heal her up, and does just get that Invis spell off. The timing was perfect there. Another Invis to continue to try to protect this Queen. Can he grab the ground expo and then pull this Queen back? It would, maybe.
The air defense.
Oh!
Okay, he's playing it safe. The air defense was locked onto one of those healers. Another healer going down, so taking a lot of healer damage, or even losing a couple of them early on. He now needs to make sure that the troops are walking in, trying to use the Royal Champion for that. The troop launcher is in there as well, as he's pushing now into the Town Hall. But that Inferno Tower in the core, it stayed up.
It stayed up, but not only that, it got repaired back to full health because of the Builder Hut that was right next to it. But he's continuing to push through. The Royal Champion taking damage from the Spring Trap. Balloons spawning from that troop launcher, but continuing into the core. But Itsu, he hasn't dealt with the defensive CC, so he will have to encounter that, which most likely will have Furnace Ice Golem combination, which means his troop can get frozen on approach to the backside.
There goes the Overgrowth to make sure that that Mortar Crusher is not dealing too much damage as the defending Clan Castle is leaving now. He's dropping the poison to not just catch that Furnace, but as well the defending Minion Prince. We have the Royal Champion charging forward with those troops together. The King on the outside still having his ability, and the Royal Champ as well, but he needs to be careful. That Royal Champ, if she's charging too much for it, she might lose her alive.
Oh, he has to go with the freeze on the Minion Prince because it locked down on the RC. Gets her ability off. She goes invisible from the Spirit Fox. King did backtrack towards the multi-archer tower. With the King ability, Ice Golem for the backside for something. Maybe that Ricochet Cannon, but there's a lot left here. Itsu roots are gone. Gigabomb next to that Monolith. But now it's about the percentage game. We had 87% from P. Castro. Can he approach that mark? It doesn't look like it as the top side. The King's going to get pulled into the Queen, and he's going to go down, and Tribe can have the lead after the first set of attacks.
The spiky ball going through, and this might be the defense which Tribe was hoping for, because this is going to finish around the 80% mark. They might have the lead early on in this match, but it's just a couple of percentage points.
Just a few buildings difference in this match. Remember, if you're just joining, this is it. This is the final match. The whole weekend comes down to this. I guess not really the whole weekend, the whole year comes down to this war right here. And only 8 attacks remain. 1 from each side already. 81% there for Leo, 87% for P. Castro. That means Tribe Gaming will have the lead right now going to the next set of attacks. But that defense from Tribe has to be a motivation booster because it just seems like you couldn't stop Repotted from the previous wars.
Yes, this has to be the best possible situation for Tribe in this, with the first attack of themselves, because now they might have their hope back. We know that they're incredible attackers, and Nibrax is up next. Is he going to bring his dragons again into the mix? And yes, indeed, we see the dragons. No bonus this time around, no shenanigans, instead just the Royal Champion charged with 12 invisibility spells and quite some rocket loons to make sure that that Royal Champ is going into the direction he wants her to go. We have the shot on the far left side, and even a Blim getting invested to really push that Royal Champion onto that bottom side, and then later on into the Town Hall.
He's crossing his fingers, hoping the Royal Champion doesn't find that Tornado Trap, because that can really mess up a plan as an RC's trying to charge her way through. Maybe Invis bottom side to help get the RC into that multi. The Ice Golems are there. The RC's getting distracted on some Skellies, but she is going back into the core, and I think his plan is to try to get this RC to go to the Town Hall. It's risky with the Ice Golems being there. Ice Golems do not draw that Royal Champion. She should be clear, and Town Hall should be on approach after this Ground Expo.
Ooh, the Ground Expo's up next. He's taking a couple of shots from that Town Hall. Can he make it work? Okay. The Town Hall is under attack, and it should go down with the activation of the Haste Vial. Where is she heading next? We have her go for the top core, which means the next Inferno Tower is on the menu. Bitter Hut right after, and 2 more invisibility spells left to be deployed.
Oh, look at the value that Nibrax is pulling off here. Getting the Town Hall, getting one multi, getting the other, and he's continuing through, and the Ricochet Cannon can go down to the core as well.
What a crazy opening. The Double Black Man, though, is going to catch from the Hound, which means now with the Dragons are coming in, we have everything else to follow. He still has then a lot of base left, and those storages mean that those Dragons still have to go into the core.
Yeah, he is coming from behind the sweeper from the top side, but I'm going to hang on to the warning ability. The Queen, though, is off to the right. The Headhunter perfectly timed to come for the King to keep that Queen going. She can grab the Fire Spitter, the Air Defense at the bottom side. Let these Dragons work together at the top. The Minion Prince ability, maybe after he can lock onto the Poison Spell Tower, that could be a perfect line with the Minion Prince. No, he's waiting, really trying to wait as long as possible.
Because he has the Eternal Forest, making sure that he's protecting all of those dragons. All the damage taken so far is getting healed up again. The Queen ability is still there. He's using that now to spawn that Giant, but he cannot reach into that compartment. The Giant has to go through that compartment. Not too much damage. Oh my, that Minion Prince ability was crazy good.
A brilliant Minion Prince ability to slow things down. There's the Tornado Trap from the Rocket Loose. Giant's getting into this bottom compartment. Does find quite a bit of traps. He goes down. but it's going to be up to the Mini Prince with 37 seconds. We do have a Phoenix, so he will come back to life. Queen is taking some damage to it. She's also helping a handful of dragons with this Grand Warden. Itsu, it's looking good if he can continue through this bottom side.
Time is ticking as the Minion Prince is going crazy with that Dark Crown, making sure that damage is getting pushed out there. He is sure that this is going to be a 3-star, even though the Black Mine catching the Minion Prince. But this is the first 3-star for Tribe, not just in this match, but as well in the first, like both matches combined, and they are back in it.
You can see the nerves on his excitement there. He was just excited to get that 3-star, but was like, okay guys, this is it. We are so close. We've never been this close before. We've been runner-ups to Repotted Gaming last year. We've come so close in many years past. But that 3-star is a huge motivation boost for their team. And we have everyone here in the crowd. They can feel it. It's coming close. Can Tribe finally get over that hill? But we've got all these amazing players left for Repotted Gaming. American, if he can triple, that would be a huge answer. Can Temper step up, provide that defense, and it's the double overgrowth strategy. No lightning, no giant arrow for this Queen combination, and let's see if he can keep that value for this Royal Champion.
And take a look at that. We see Tribe Gaming not taking any risk whatsoever with their core compartments. They have just such a stacked core with the Rage Tower behind the Town Hall. The question now is, can we see a Royal Champion charge with as well as crazy value as we have seen earlier?
Nebrex was able to get so much value. Looks like the Royal Champion is actually going to the top side towards this Tesla. Has to make that invisible to reroute the RC back into the core. Ice Golems are there. Watch out. RC, do not get locked onto those Ice Golems and get pulled to the top. And she does. She locks onto one. He recalls that Royal Champion. It's okay. It's not like she got stuck, and if he had a lot of invises, the RC would have not been able to get too much value after that.
I am scared for this core. This looks really, really annoying to approach for those Root Riders. Let's see if they can stay alive. We have to push begin. He's going to use the overgrowth on the Rage Tower as well, which means the Town Hall is not going to get boosted up and deals so much damage. The Troop Launcher is getting those test loons into the base. Another Rocket Loon in there to really keep those healers alive.
He's going to have to push through this Gigabomb. The Town Hall's awaiting. Gigabomb goes off, but the Warden ability has been activated to help protect these roots. Going to really try to heal them up with the healers, but the Monolith is going to be locking on soon. Can he power through with a Rage Spell into the core? He's waiting on this overgrowth, maybe with a Crusher Mortar to the backside of this base. He's being very patient. King to the far left takes out the Bomb Tower, but there is finally the overgrowth, taking on the Crusher Mortar, the Ricochet Cannon, and the Multi to the back. But this core, like you mentioned, Itsu, it is nasty.
And it's staying up. That Fire Spitter just melted that Royal Champion. Her ability was non-existent whatsoever, and this core is just staying up. And the bad news is the Mortar Crusher is coming back. It's not even down, which means this back end is really hard to overcome. 2 hero abilities to somehow save the day, or at least some percentage points.
And that's the benefit of coming from the upper bracket. You have a second life. You are telling Repotted Gaming, prove it. You have to take us down 2 times in a row to defeat us for the World Championship. But look at what he's doing. He's still bringing the percentage up slowly. Every single building matters here. He's racking it up, getting close to a 90%. The King should be able to grab a few more, maybe to the outside. That Ricochet Cannon might be a little annoying. Okay, the Queen's behind the wall, so he won't get much after that. 89% 2-star there. It is just a few above that we saw from P. Castro at the 87 mark. But Tribe, with that 3-star, is a big lead. Granted, we have plenty more attacks to come in with, and of course, Repotted with Einstein, General X, and Philip.
Can they push this even further? This to me is the big question, because we have seen, and that is what those teams are so good at, as soon as they see, oh, the other team is struggling a little bit, they are really snowballing those attacks in. And we have Tribe, as you said, up next. Is it really Kronos going next? That
is it?
Might be bad news. And do we see a Fireball again? We have seen crazy attacks from him over this weekend, and I want to hear from him what he's going to show us.
This can be the turning point of the war. Last time he did bring a 9 healer attack. Oh, he is bringing a 9 healer attack. This, I talked to him about this strategy, and he says that he's practiced this a lot, and it's all about getting...
Okay, he got him. Oh, good. I'm just getting too excited. I was not sure if he really got the fireball in there. Keep going.
Okay, I was just saying that he was practicing this. It's all about that warden. If you lose the warden, the attack is over. But it's all about multitasking. Warden goes up top. Queen goes to the left. You want to pull that queen back, and look at these rocket loons. A brilliant invis to snipe the expo, and the flame flinger can now work through the bottom side of the space. And my friends, this attack could possibly be a 1-star because the Town Hall tends to be one of the last things to go down.
It is so much risk involved in this one. We have the flame flinger, they're working at this bottom side. The strongest siege, if you can set it up, and this looks really, really nice from Kronos. The question is, when is he going to recall that queen, and how is the follow-up looking like? Because this is just multitasking on another level. The queen slowing down because he's using that frozen arrow.
Oh, that frozen arrow is clutch. Pulls that queen back with the recall and the healers. And this warden is slowly pushing through. Watch out, hopefully there's not rocket loons. He does have double poison, so he can drop 1 poison right away and another one closer to the warden just in case to deal with a furnace and rocket loon combination. Be careful as we have the queen redeployed to the right side. We got the, actually no, that's the king and the queen together over there as the king's trying to get into that compartment. The enemy queen is onto his queen. Watch out, she doesn't have the lock on. He has to go invisible, keeps his queen alive.
The multitasking is just going crazy. He has the ward on the top left, king and queen on the far right. At the bottom side, the flame flinger. We cannot even zoom that much out of the attack that we could even see everything because so much going on. And he still has the royal champion now jumping in as well from the bottom side to tank and take down this expo so the flame flinger can even continue with the value.
This is what I'm talking about. You're leaving the town hall for the end. And luckily, the royal champion does lock onto the town hall. So it's at least going to secure the 2nd star. The warden is still going. He needs to keep moving to the top side. Look at everything converging together. 2 freezes, 3 rocket loons. Maybe send the rocket loons to the left. Yes, one's going over there to Tesla. The flame flinger is actually still there. Hasn't opened yet. Maybe freeze the defensive mini prince where the queen's coming. Perfect freeze right there.
What is this attack? Kronos is showing us how it's done.
Wow.
The warden still alive. The queen saved with the freeze. The royal champion coming in as well to get that 3-star. This man is built different. Getting Tribe even further ahead in this final match of this World Championship.
I just turned around to watch them in person, and I don't think that everyone at home saw it, but Kronos, when he stood up, he not only stood up to look at the crowd, he went directly and looked at Repotted Gaming. They didn't look back. Kronos is feeling it. He is happy. That's now 2 triples. At this point, Repotted Gaming, no, they have to triple because Tribe is this close from taking this match.
I think he had that celebration. Okay, he had the celebration while he still deployed the last couple of troops. I mean, he is doing literally everything at the same time, not just in the attack, but as well in front of the tablet. And we have the crowd going wild, but this is now the moment where Repotted has to turn things around. They need that 3-star to stay close to Tribe, to somehow turn around this match.
Well, if there's anyone that you want to step up for your team, it's this man right here, Einstein. He is able to get 3 stars left and right, and even in his sleep. Let's see if he can do it here with a Warden Fireball. I'm assuming it's with the Fireball here. We got the Angry Jelly on him. Let's take a look. There it is, indeed. We have the Fireball with 2 Earthquakes to use. He knows this is do or die for Repotted Gaming, the final match of the competition. And the balloon right away, pulling a Seeking Airmine, pulling a second Seeking Airmine. This area could essentially be trapped here.
The question is, how many more traps are there? Do we see even more? And I mean, okay, this was more likely... Oh, wait a second. This was more like a Root Rider approach where you try to take down the first couple of loons and such to really have those healers hitting those red bombs. But this right now, this Fireball has to hit. It has to get the value. Otherwise, this is a really tough call for Repotted.
He's got no poison, which means he's going to have to try to go for, what, the Town Hall? And then double Earthquake, the Clan Castle, or maybe around the multi. He is doing a deep Warden charge. Invis, mortar, Invis up top. Fireball! It goes to the multi. It does hit the clan castle. He takes out the crusher mortar as well. He gets the value he's looking for to set up the rest of his hit.
Really great fireball right there to get that value. Now even taking down the further behind Expo to make sure that he can set up that flame flinger. It is quite late, but still it can get the value as long as it's isolated and it can work on its own.
Very nice start for Einstein. He knows he can leave the town hall for the end just because he's got to risk it for the 3-star as the flame flinger continues through the left untouched, perfectly safe over there. And the Warden is about to step into range of that Giga Bomb. Ricochet cannon's there, so you have to be careful with the damage of the multi-archer tower as well. Keep your eye on that, as he does now also send the King and Queen to the bottom. Time will be a factor, so you have to move everything from the base, every side of the space at the same time, so you can convert into the core as the King is walking through the bottom with his ability, and he decides to use the Skelly spell to distract that monolith.
There goes the wall, because we have now the opening towards the town hall. This King and Queen hero dive can get access to the town hall, but the question is, do they have enough power? There we go, the rage. We have as well now the healers raised up to really keep those troops alive. The freeze in there as well to make sure that they're getting those buildings out. But this backhand is still looking dangerous. It's still looking like really not easy to overpower.
He still has the Royal Champion, not even deployed yet, with an Invis and 3 Rocket Loons left. He is looking good. It's about time here. The King and Queen have walked to the backside. They will continue into the core. One Invis will use it for the Queen to grab the multi. The Warden is now locking onto the enemy Royal Champ. Headhunter's in. There's the Invis. Take that out. Pops the RC ability. Rocket Loons as well.
Rocket Loons to really take down the less hope out of this base, because this is Repotted answer to Tribe Gaming. They're getting their first 3-star on the board as well, and this means that this match is far from being over.
He keeps Repotted in this match. The hope's still there. 2 triples from Tribe, but an answer from Einstein, getting it done with the fireball when they needed it. The pressure is mounting. And for Repotted Gaming, we have still the man who's considered the MVP. General Axe is still there, the captain in the middle of that lineup. He will most likely probably be next for him, as Philip has been attacking last, but we're now going to move over to the Tribe side. We still have Rikirez and Temper. If I'm looking, if we are zooming into Temper, that means he might be up next. And could Rikirez be the one? Oh no, Rikirez, okay. Rikirez is the next. Temper wants to close it off, which he has done many times.
And I think he has the best hit rate when he does not need to 3-star, because he's always 3-starring right then. So let's find out what Rikirez is going to do for his team, as we have a couple of those Rocket Loons damaging those outside Wizard Towers. Now the Royal Champion exactly at the 50-second mark. This is important to get those timings in for those invisibility spells, and he's going right into this Poison Tower compartment.
And keep your eye on any traps, including that Tornado Trap. He is trying to get the value with this RC one by one, deploying those invises. She's going to the bottom side, uses another one. She can path into the core, and yes, indeed, she's going exactly there. Another invis, Earthquake. She's going to be able to grab the Town Hall. Another invis, and he's continuing. Yes, the Spirit Fox took some damage, but the Town Hall going down, plus everything else, is fantastic so far.
This is crazy. Really good control over the Royal Champion. And as well with that, avoided the Poison Tower, because that would have slowed him down quite a bit. Instead, getting the Town Hall, getting the core, everything is gone. But at the same time, this is a heavy investment. Remember, this means no overgrowth, no other crazy spell support. He is relying on his troops and his hero abilities to make this work.
Enemy Queen is there targeting the Valk, so they're going for the wall, but the Headhunter jumps, going to be able to try to help take this Queen down. The Headhunter unfortunately does go down. So the archers are trying to take the enemy Queen down over the wall. The archers do secure her. So at least any distraction up there is gone. So his Queen and the Roots are continuing through this bottom side one by one. The King also deployed to the bottom. Warden's going to hang on to his ability as long as possible, probably trying to use it when he approaches that Crusher Mortar to the middle of the space.
This is going to be the crucial moment when he's going, and if he's going to take down the Mortar Crusher, the Tornado Trap is going to delay things even further. The freeze was really nice to really push into that power of the base. When is the Warden popping?
There it is.
There we go. The Eternal ability is getting used. He has to get quick access towards that Mortar Crusher. Otherwise, things might go down. He turned that minion prince invisible, and it's going to deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's doing a lot. The Crushing Mortar needs to go down with these roots assisting. The Queen and King still have their abilities. The Queen can pop hers soon, so the Giant can get out in front. But look, the top side, there are some open compartments up there, so the King can walk his way in and out of there with no wall breakers left. The roots need to move through. The defensive King is there. Drops a minion to the top side to help with cleanup. What about the gold storage that's off to the left over there? Keep your eye on that, but he's still waiting as long as possible to use his cleanup and this ability of the King.
With the Queen ability, making sure that he can get through that compartment a little quicker. The Giant has gotten that wall open. The King, as I said, can leave and enter into the base. Giant bombs on the outside, but that spiky ball has to get him the 3-star. And there we go, going through. Queen is there, Queen close, Warden, and this is again the answer from Tribe Gaming.
What? That is now 3 triples for Tribe, forcing Repotted Gaming to have to triple with General X and Philip just to tie this war, because Repotted Gaming have an 81 and an 89%. is not on their side. So Temper really at this point could be getting the percentage to lock it up.
And I just said, this man is at its best when he does not need 3-star.
Yeah.
And this is really, when he's going for the safe 2-stars, this is where he's just smashing faces. But at this point, Repotted Forest have to do everything in their own power to get 2 more 3-stars. Otherwise, it does not matter whatsoever. They are now put on the spot because they have to deliver those 3-stars, and the MVP himself, it seems like, is going in next.
Their hopes and dreams for a repeat comes down to this attack. If it doesn't triple, it is pretty much out the window. This must 3-star here for Repotted Gaming. Yeti off to the right. The Hog Rider, nice touch to jump out in front to test for any Teslas to protect that Flame Flinger. He does even pull the poison and takes out that enemy Queen with the distraction of the Yeti. And we are seeing the Warden down to the bottom side. He's going to move slowly through it, but we are going to see a Yeti smash style attack.
Yeah, that Warden has to really get this Expo and the Wood Archtower, and if possible, get as well that Ricochet Cannon. He needs to set up the pathing into the tunnel for those Super Yetis. And the question is, can he get that quickly enough? Because that Angry Jelly is running out pretty soon.
This Warden is reaching over, taking out this Ricochet Cannon. Clan Castle's in the core. No Earthquakes as we have a jump. 5 freeze spells to use as he does open up the compartment for the Town Hall. As he set up that funnel, Warden will be pulled now down to the Queen. Ice Golems deployed, Super Yetis are down. He set the funnel, pushing into the Town Hall, then he can jump and even pair in a King Earthquake boot after that, or maybe even before it, so he can jump to the backside of the base.
We have the Furnace on the far left side doing its job, spawning Firemites and taking down the outside buildings, where we have now the interesting push into that core. Everything is relying on this one. The Royal Champion in there as well, trying to really push those troops even further into the side. The Ice Golems are in there and distracting all those troops.
Yeah, with this push into the middle, there's the King's Earthquake Boots trying to continue through, but he can't really reach that Crusher Mortar unless the Queen has to reach over the wall, but he's going to get stuck on the wall. Enemy Royal Champion takes out his Ice Golem, so freezes up. Headhunter joins his RC. The Flame Flinger is still there. They're converging into the top side. The defensive Minion Prince is hitting, but the Warden ability is still there. Just goes off perfectly to continue this push to the top side.
And as all of this is going on, the Flame Finger is still working. General X is feeling it. There's another freeze coming in. And with those defenses going down one by one, we see just only troops left in this attack because this Giant is not going down anymore. And there is plenty of time left. General X has done it again. He has kept his team in this competition.
That 3-star was clutch. Can the closers of Repotted Gaming hold off and make the comeback? But really, the fate of Tribe Gaming is going to come down to the hands of Temper. If he's able to put up enough of the percentage, they can take this one and lock up the victory.
Wow, I mean, this is really, really close. Temper has the faith of Tribe Gaming in his own hands. He can now already decide the outcome, or is he going to leave that door open for Philip then to somehow turn around this match? 83% is what it is needed to somehow make this run for Tribe and finally give them the title.
83 is the tie. 84 is the victory. That's the mark you have to keep in mind here. Assuming Philip would triple. If it's below an 83, Repotted Gaming could win. That's assuming it's a 2-star, of course, right? So let's see what Temper can do. No pressure, my friend, with double overgrowths. An Angry Jelly on the Warden. Is it a fireball? I don't think so. It's probably just a Warden charge and then move into the roots as the Warden is down. A couple red air bombs to start. Do not lose this Warden here, Temper.
With owning Expo on the Warden, he should be fine for now, but there's always the time pressure when you're using the Angry Jelly, because remember, it is going to lose the effect after a few seconds. Well, the Fire Spitter is gone. Can he get that Expo as well?
Yeah, that Expo will be nice value as he's setting this up with 4 Rocket Loons, 4 Root Riders, the double overgrowth to be able to be used as he slowly will make his way around the base. But once his Expo goes down, you can start with the roots at the bottom. A Tassel does pop here. Does he try to grab that? He's going to get stuck on these buildings here. But there's the Queen, should pull the Warden, and indeed she does. Ice Golem is down. We have a Blimp as well selected so far here, Itzu.
And he somehow needs to make sure that maybe that Blacksmith building is going down, because the Queen might get stuck on the Hero Hall and is then going to go to the left side because the other troops are keep moving forward. So let's keep an eye on that Archer Queen. Where is she going after that Hero Hall? No, she's staying with the troops, and that was super crucial.
Nice Blimp there so that Town Hall does not hit the healers. Takes it down, also pulls out the Clan Council. Poisons it up in the core. Remember, 83% is the mark to tie. 84% is a war victory, and Tribe will be crowned the champions. He continues through with the King to the left. Snakes are jumping, finding quite a bit of traps, but there is a delayed Ice Hound pulling the poison and freezing this top section up.
But this Archer Queen, he is forcing her into the direction of the Root Riders with a really, really smart deployed invisibility spell. Now it's all about this back end. The Queen, though, turning around. There are many defenses. The Warden might go down.
Uh-oh, the Queen's going the wrong way. She's going to the bottom. Is this a chance for Repotted Gaming? There's the overgrowth onto the Monolith to stop hitting it because he wants this Rage Gem of the Warden. He's slowly moving through, but the Queen will have her ability, so she can actually stay to the edge, help grab percent over there. He's gonna have to push through the top side into that Giga Bomb. Couple back and Rocket Loons for this multi to try to keep that Warden alive.
Oh no, the Queen might go through the wall, and this will be really, really painful for her. No, instead, she's going around the outside, and that's exactly where he needs her, because this means that she might get some more percentage points. The King at the top side already went down, but the percentage points are just missing. He's just closing in on the 70% mark.
Is the door open for Repotted Gaming? Remember, 83 is the tie. If Philip triples, they could win on the final attack. The Queen's still going, racking up every single building. Remember, that is why every building matters. 75, Giant's going through. Splash will kill these skellies. Multi-arch tower goes down. 77, just a few buildings down, but the real Queen's gone.
And the Queen clone is gone as well. 77 seconds. Rocket Loons are swarming in.
Oh no.
79. He needed 84% to clutch this victory. But in the end, it will be maybe 80%. 80%.
It doesn't matter. It has to be a 3 now from Philip. A 3-star to win the World Championships, all on Philip's shoulders. Could be back-to-back champions or Tribe Gaming. If it's a 99% 2-star, Tribe Gaming is crowned the World Champions.
This is insane. Philip. Having everything on his shoulders. I mean, no pressure whatsoever, right?
What?
Everything is relying on him. The entire match, the entire year, everything is getting decided by this next attack. The final attack of this year's World Championship.
Thousands of hours of work have come down to this moment. So many supporters, everyone is watching in anticipation for this attack. The final attack of the Clash of Clans World Championship in 2025 comes down to Philip and Repotted Gaming with a giant arrow and lightning spells. Good luck to Philip.
But this base looks for sure interesting with the Rage Tower behind that Town Hall, which is not as common. So How does this work? Let's find out as he's setting up that giant arrow. The lightning's already. Does he hit the giant arrow? And yes, the core is gone. The question is, can the base still defend? This opening was successful already so many times, but does it work again?
How are his hands just not shaking so much? He's focused, he's dialed in here as the Queen and Warden charging to the top side. Notice he does have that recall spell to pull the Queen and the Warden back from the top side. But time, that's the one thing. If it's a 99% 2, Tribe will be the winners. It's gotta be the 3 or nothing.
Everything is in now, which means that Queen at the top side trying to somehow take even more value out. Getting recalled now, but the Ricochet Cannon being the first target for the Root Riders. Everything now is sending from the top side. The healers are in, Testoons are in as well, and the Minion Prince has to go down quick.
Oh, the Minion Prince is locking onto these roots. The Queen can come over, the Headhunter slows him down. But remember from that giant arrow from the very start, the funnel was created. They're pathing their way all the way around, but that Flame Flinger is now gonna get in range of the enemy Queen. Skelly's pop over there, so it opens up with these Yetis now.
Oh, this means as well that the Arch Queen is not getting taken care of. Those Yetis, the Skellies were defending. Another Spring Trap popping up. Can this Queen defend herself? We have the Eternal, no wait, the Healing Tome activated, the King Spiky Ball activated earlier, and the Rage Tower staying there.
Oh, he's still going. The Rage Spell Tower has not been activated. The King is gone from the bottom. You usually want to keep that King alive to get at the value towards the backside. Royal Champion still has her ability with the Skelly, a freeze, but Itsu, there's only a minute left in the hit.
Time is ticking. The Royal ability can be used at any point. There goes the Tornado Trap, rotating everything away from this Fire Spitter, which is now start firing. We have the Royal Champ going for the Town Hall. There's as well the Giga Bomb waiting as well.
He's moving. The Town Hall's going down, but there's a lot on the backside. Is there enough time? The Giga Bomb's going to be a problem. The RC ability goes off. Do Repotted have enough? Tribe staying calm. They know it's not over. 36 seconds left. The Queen is gone. It's just the Royal Champion Itsu.
A Royal Champion in a dream, and the Fire Spitter is the dream for Tribe Gaming for the first World Championship, because this is not going to work, and Philip is not going to get this 3-star. With the Royal Champion going down, this means Tribe Gaming is your World Champion.
Congratulations, Tribe Gaming has done it! Your 2025 Clash of Clans World Champions! They've turned their second place finishes finally into a first place finish. They took down the team that defeated them last year in the grand finals. They got their revenge and have earned the title. And a huge congratulations for Tribe Gaming. And also, P. Castro has now officially been crowned the first ever 2-time world champion.
And this is pretty much giving him the official title of the GOAT of Clash of Clans. Double title for him. Tribe Gaming, after so many years of getting second, third, finally getting that World Champion title, and they have put on the show.
Congratulations, Tribe Gaming!
After 6 years of the Clash of Clans World Championships, Tribe Gaming finally have their title. Gentlemen, get prepared. I'm going to talk to all of you, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know. Kronos, I got to say, try to put into words the emotions you're feeling right now, if possible.
I think they're giving us the words. That's all I want to hear. There's one word. Let me hear it!
I'm going to go down the line. Temba, you just had to give us a little sprinkling of worry, didn't you, right at the end there? But dude, you're a champion. How'd you feel, man?
It's amazing. I have no words.
There are no words. Nabrax, friends, family, supporters, all here in the arena. What would you like to say to them, man?
Thanks to the whole support. It has been 5 years now. We were always so close, and finally it worked. Thanks a lot for everything.
P. Castro, the two-time. How amazing does that sound? Now, you know what? I've got to say, sitting in the audience yesterday, I had a conversation with a few of the other teams. Some of the guys from Na'Vi, some from Carry Esports. They all wanted you to win. How does it feel to have your peers supporting you as well?
I don't have a voice, so I can't say so much.
That's totally fine. We'll go over it. Are you happy?
Yeah.
He's happy. That's what we need. I'm going to dive over here. Ricky, my man, $300,000, a world championship title. Dude, I can see the emotions on your face right now. But is there anyone that you would like to thank?
I mean, thanks to all the supporters, screw all the haters. I love you guys.
They love you too. Now I'd like to welcome our community managers, Marco and Vlad, onto the main stage to present you with your check for $300,000. Make some noise, DreamHack Atlanta. Step forward, please, guys, to receive your check. Have you ever seen a check for $300,000 before?
I mean, I have, but not like this.
Have you ever touched one?
I have not, no.
Here we go. Tribe Gaming, I would like you to lift that trophy one more time and solidify yourselves in the history books here in Clash of Clans Esports, okay? DreamHack Atlanta, go crazy for your 2025 Clash of Clans World Champions. They are Tribe Gaming!
They have kept us on the edge of our seats. This final was crazy. Ups and downs, but in the end, we have Tribe Gaming as the world champion. This was a really, really crazy road, and we had two of you with Judo and Bash experiencing this from the community side. How did that feel?
It was electric. Both teams putting up an immense performance. Those back-to-back 3 stars keeping us on the edge of our seat was next level, and we expected nothing less than a grand final rematch between these two teams. Tribe Gaming coming out on top this year. What happens next year, Bash?
Oh, baby. We're still looking for our first back-to-back champions, but this 2025 World Championships was pure cinema. An amazing performance from Repotted Gaming, but ultimately, our champions, Tribe Gaming.
You couldn't write it any better. Coming down to the final attack, that's the thing you tell yourself in your head when you're practicing. You're imagining, oh, imagine it's the final attack for the World Championship. It comes down to this, and it did in this competition. And Tribe Gaming, for the first time ever, crowned the world champions. And of course, P. Castro crowned a second-time world champion, and he's the only one of one to ever do it.
It is an incredible achievement doing this with this team. They have tried this as well many years. They have come close, but really made this their World Championship stage with the fans together, cheering them on in the home crowd, going loud. And now we see it again, Kronos. This team is feeding so much from this energy from the crowd. I feel like the team as well, they have worked together with the crowd.
I am so happy for them. Kronos, year after year, has picked his team back up. We can do it, guys. Come on, let's keep working at this. And it has shown that the dedication they have put in year after year has finally paid off.
Paid off in the biggest way. Look at that big check. That's a big payday. But I am so proud of these gentlemen there. I'm not gonna lie, watching from the crowd, I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh yes, oh no! It was such a back and forth war. We talked about the addition of P. Castro, what the missing piece may be, and it seems like that was it. These guys just played their hearts out this weekend, and I think it was so well-deserved for them.
Well-deserved for Tribe Gaming. They worked so hard for this moment. They went through the gauntlet of emotions year over year, and Itsu, you were part of that roller coaster journey of feeling what they feel, and you get to witness Tribe Gaming win it here. They have put it, the effort, just incredible, and they show it right there with their emotions.
It was crazy to witness, that's for sure, and I feel like just the energy. I mean, I know I'm coming back to this always with the energy, but this is just the peak for every single pro player out there, interacting with the community, interacting with the audience, and the way on how they did it is just giving goosebumps to everyone. Like, trust me, if you're on that stage, it is just a complete different story. It is just game-changing.
Having the crowd there, shouting your name, screaming your team, it must just be electric. And seeing the raw emotions there after they finally got it done was just incredible. If there was an MVP of this tournament, you'd have to say Kronos, final war, doing that multiple hero charge again. What a risk. How does he even do that?
Yeah, I mean, not only that, but just spiritually keeping his team alive, keeping them in the game. Keep your heads up. You saw him patting the guys on the back after a fail. Just such a great performance. But let's just go ahead and take a look at them. And I think we're going to be taking a look at our tournament and the bracket, how we got to this point, Carbon.
Yeah, with Tribe Gaming coming from the upper bracket, putting up 11 to 10, then 12, 13 to 12, 13 to 10, making it to the grand finals, feeling that defeat of only putting up 10 stars, their worst performance, but then bouncing right back and winning it. It's not about total stars, it's about winning that match. And Tribe Gaming got it done. Finally got over that hill, and they don't have to receive all of those words of, you know, maybe next year.
That's right, but at the same time, the team which has challenged them, the team which has pushed them to their limits with Repotted Gaming, they have done nearly the impossible. We had not seen over the last couple of years a team which can push this bracket reset, and they have nearly made it a reality.
They certainly nearly did, but you have to say as well, it is equally more impressive from Tribe Gaming that they were able to bounce back the way that they did, and especially the way that they started out that matchup as well. They must have had those nerves again, not again, but they bounced back. They kept their heads in the game, and I think that is just so impressive.
Agreed with that. There was such chills, absolute excitement through this arena. I don't know how well you could hear it on the broadcast, but I couldn't even hear my wife sitting next to me. That's how loud it was in this arena. It was just so exciting. Each 3-star from both of these teams. What a grand final we just had.
What a grand final it was. Congratulations again to Tribe Gaming coming in first, receiving that $300,000 check. Repotted Gaming with $150,000, still a nice chunk of change to take home. And after winning last year, I mean, they'll take it. Of course, they wanted to be the defending world champions, but Tribe just edging it out. We'll go ahead and get our final thoughts of this whole year of competition.
I mean, it was a crazy year, that's for sure. We had some changes with how those pros have adjusted bases, strategies, everything about how you can break them down and get them on those 3 stars. We have seen that Repotted coming up with their crazy, unique approach with the lightnings, with the giant arrow, but in the end it was not enough, and Tribe Gaming taking the entire year.
I have to say, it has been a World Finals to another level. The ups and downs that we've had, all of the emotions, the talent that we've seen from the players, and also the way we've been able to highlight the base building with the esports mode. We've really had it all. I've, for one, loved casting with you guys, loved being involved. I always think just the live audience is incredible as well. So, I mean, that just sums it all, doesn't it? We've had an amazing weekend.
Absolutely, Judo. I mean, it was such an exciting season, casting all these qualifiers with you guys, being up here live in DreamHack Atlanta. Just an amazing season. I want to thank all the players for the incredible content throughout the season, all the players for their preparation through here, all of our staff. Thank my wife for supporting this journey, and my kids at home. Madison, Evie, I see you guys. Love you guys. Miss you. Thank you, everyone, for an amazing season. Carbon, close us out.
Absolutely. What an incredible year we had here for 2025 esports for Clash of Clans. And again, Tribe Gaming coming out on top. Can't wait for what's coming next year with Town Hall 18. We are going to love that. But that's going to wrap it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all the competition. And until next year, Clash on!
Guys, stay calm. Please stay calm. We win on triples. Someone's breathing into their mic.
Who needs help?
I need to do the next attack. I need to stay calm.
Okay.
It is over! He has no troops!
Bro, he has an RC.
Look at the base! He has 30 seconds!
Brilliant.
Drive!
One glance, I'ma bring the lightning, it'll be exciting now. Come dance, you know I'm inviting, fire is igniting now. Can't stop showing off, sorry I don't mean to brag. One glance, I'ma bring the lightning, it'll be exciting. You know that I make it look so good. You ain't never seen before, keeping score, wanting more. You know that I make it look so good. You ain't never seen before, keeping score, wanting more. You know I'm what makes the glitter sparkle. Yeah, I see your eyes get bigger when I do my thing. Never been a quitter, I'm a marvel. I can do it quicker, yeah, I'll do it in a blink. Nobody can do it like I do. I'm one of one. I make it look so good, good, good. I make it look so good, good, good. I make it look so good, good, good. I make it look so good, good. You know that I make it look so good. You ain't never seen before, keeping score, wanting more. You know that I make it look so good. You ain't never seen before, keeping score, wanting more.
Motivation off the muscle, got it off the hustle. We stay down and we stay humble, so we cannot fumble. Every time I took a loss, it only fueled my hunger. I'm trying to get my point across and drop a triple-double. These boys stepping out of bounds, heavyweight go round for round. Out of sight and out of mind, motivation for the guys. If you lose, it's cause what you choose, you can't be wasting time. Kick back, handle business, I gotta get back up and finish. I gotta risk that for me to get that, I can't sit back, dog, you triplets. I'm trying to spend 10 racks at Linux, I'm trying to go euros, not no silver. I need gold, I can't do silver. Reach my goals and my potential. No, I'm a real big dog, no kennel. I gotta get it out, no kissy. I took a loss and got it all. Tryna go brand new Audemars. I gotta take care of my mama. I'm getting answers for my problems. So if there's an issue, I ain't really tripping, I'ma solve it. I gotta hustle like I'm not gonna see tomorrow. I swear. Motivation off the muscle, got it off the hustle. We stay down and we stay humble, so we cannot fumble. Every time I took a loss, it only fueled my hunger. I'm trying to get my point across and drop a triple-double. These boys stepping out of bounds, heavyweight go round for round. Out of sight and out of mind, motivation for the guys. If you lose, it's cause what you choose, you can't be wasting time. Kick back, handle business, I gotta get back up and finish. I gotta risk that for me to get that, I can't sit back, dog, you tripping. I gotta hustle to get it, I gotta run on my digits, I gotta go till I'm finished. I cannot focus on losses cause I'm way too locked in on all of my winnings. Head to the rim like I'm Blake Griffin. Came too trim on boys, no kissing. I go 1,000 miles a minute. Come back game like Calvin Ridley. I'm going 3 for 3 like Pippen. I'm trying to watch my money triple. I gotta get back, feed my village. You work hard and it's that simple. I learned a lot from repetition.